And there we are. Hello, ladies, gentlemen, everyone in between. She's back and she's beautiful. Yeah, here I am, the one, the only Diana Clarion. This is the open chat, and with me is the one, the only, the brilliant, the beautiful Kate Farr, Bionic Dance. Hello, dear. How was your vacation? Oh boy, yay! Oh boy, are there going to be explosions? Oh, good. Yay. Alrighty. Okay, wait a minute. We may have to screw around with this. The sound's being weird. Oh, give me half a second, kids. A little bit better. Oh my, oh my. For some reason, the VU meters were operating in lockstep, and this happens from time to time. And when that happens, people can't hear us.
That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, we are, of course, assuming they want to.
Assuming. And yeah, there is a little bit of an assumption. Okay, Sandy says they only hear
Oh,
me. This is not
right,
good.
right. Half a mo. No, my mic is up, and you can hear me, can't you?
I can hear you, and your VU meter is doing its wonderful thing now.
Well, then the problem's on your end, I guess. Maybe you'd better have a look at OBS.
Yeah, that's what I just shut down. Oh, Sandy says she can hear us both now.
Ah,
Yay!
really? OBS. Sorry, every time I hear the name of that program, I think it, even if I don't say it.
Yeah, huh. I tell you, it is half the time, but that's another story entirely. Oh,
Well, I have never had the problems with it that you've reported. Like, not ever.
I don't know. It does weird, weird things. So you don't have it changing settings on you whenever it feels like, or
No. I mean, granted, I don't use it with the same frequency, and I usually don't use it to stream, but even so.
hmm. I don't know. Maybe I have to find a professional broadcast studio. Yeah, like
Well,
that.
here's a question for you. When was the last time you, like, looked for another version, checked to see if you need to update?
It's been a while. It's been a good long while.
Well, might want to get on that too.
Yeah, I might
I
want to
mean, it
do
may not
that.
fix anything, but then again, it might. You see.
Savage Minnow says I've had a lot of issues with it. Okay.
Mm,
And Savage Minnow is
yeah.
probably running wind crap.
Oh, well, someone has to actually. Sorry, I got distracted. What were you saying?
Minnow says I've had a lot of issues with it. I guess meaning OBS, but and then Minnow's probably running wind crap.
Yeah, you'd like that, wouldn't you?
The proctology exam of operating software.
Nah, that's Apple OS.
Oh, okay, okay. That makes
Seriously,
sense.
like, why would anyone use Apple? That's insanity. Like, it if I wanted my computing dumbed down that much, I'd still be on my old Radio Shack computer. You know,
Yeah,
the one that plugged into the television set.
yeah, yeah. Oh, jeez, I remember those. But those were the days, definitely.
Oh, every day was one of those days.
Okay, Minnow says no OBS on my Linux machine, though. So Savage Minnow runs Linux. Yay!
Yeah, well,
Oh! Look who's here!
who's here?
I didn't see Manda come in, but there she is.
Oh, what do you know?
Oh my, oh my, oh my. We are to
Deeply Vedova.
Nieto balakeste. Porta patraje quel kolegorapetiastu. Yeah, whatever the
Yeah,
hell that was.
Rutabaga.
Yes.
Ruffles have ridges.
Right.
I will always remember that commercial. It's stuck in my brain. Ruffles have ridges. Rutabaga. I know he says rutabaga at one point.
Okay. I do not remember the entirety of the commercials, so I really couldn't.
Well, I think it's possible that my enjoyment of that word stems from that commercial. It's a childhood memory. I won't necessarily say cherished, but it's a childhood memory.
So cherish is not a word you would use to describe?
What, that commercial? No.
Okay.
There are precious few commercials that I cherish. Precious few.
Oh, I was just wondering if you made the association. No, huh?
What?
Cherish is a song by the association.
Yeah, it's also like a song by, I want to say, Madonna or someone. Like, it's a very frequent song title, and there's no reason why I'd remember it by the name of some band that probably, like, all the members were dead before I was born.
Oh, I think one or two of them were still around.
Alright. You always seem so surprised when I haven't heard of something from like 70 years ago.
That wasn't 70 years ago. 50 maybe.
Even so, you still seem quite shocked that I don't know something from before I was born.
I know things that occurred before I was born.
Yeah, and I know things that occurred before I was born too, but the vast majority of the things I know about either aren't time dependent or happened while I was conscious of my existence.
Oh my. I don't know. I don't know. But for whatever reason, I just kind of gravitated toward things older than I was.
Yes, whereas I gravitated to anything other than the real world. Thank you very much indeed. But hopefully something with spaceships and therefore almost certainly in the future, unless it took place a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Well,
What?
I did the spaceships too, as far as that goes, but no, those were spaceships that really did go into the sky from Florida.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. I said anything other than the real world. Thank you very much indeed.
Yeah, but oh god, that was such an exciting time. It really was.
Nah, it wasn't because I wasn't around for it. That wasn't very exciting at all.
Oh, I don't know. But it was fun. It was. But that was a long, long time ago. And I can still remember.
No, no, no. See, there's only one long and a long time ago. It's the far, far away that's doubled. You see.
Ah, okay. I think so,
A long
maybe.
time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Long, long time ago. I can still remember when I
A
got that
long, long
copyright
time ago,
strike.
in a galaxy far away, Naboo was under an attack. And I thought me and Qui Gon Jinn. Yeah, I'm not going to do the whole thing, but you know,
Oh my, oh my.
hmm.
What do we have going on over there? Oh
Ah, there's
no.
the thing I'm looking for. What?
Oh
Has the
man.
neighborhood gone to hell?
Neighborhood's gone to hell. Yep.
Hello, pigeon. Sorry, Simple,
Yeah. Angel
or
needs
whoever
three
you are.
hamsters and a hamster wheel.
In a pear tree?
Yeah.
And a hamster, and I don't know. If you showed me a lineup of birds, I'm not sure I could pick out the partridge. I imagine it looks sort of like a big quail, but I'm not sure.
Kind of. Yeah. Um kind of like that stylized partridge in the Partridge Family logo.
I've never watched an episode of that, right?
Okay. I don't know some people. But I is going to up to finding to making. Up to finding? I don't know. Okay, partridge. Here we go. Do, 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 do. Oh, look at that. Will you? Yeah. Okay.
What?
I find it nice, nice images of the partridges. Let's see.
Okay.
Here's a good one. I like it. So now what we can do is go to this other og thing, this foo thing, and this boo thing, and this goo thing, and we
I seem to
can.
remember when I was younger and like even more obsessed with video games than I am now. I remember something like and a cartridge for Atari or something like that.
I
Wow, that is
vaguely.
not what I was picturing at all.
Oh, okay.
Like, I mean, it is, but it isn't. Like, I was actually picturing something a little more, I don't know, sleek, I guess. I didn't expect something that looked sort of like a ball.
Yeah, potato.
Like, I was picturing a sort of almost long swan or turkey esque neck.
Mmm.
Maybe I'm thinking of something else. Oh, maybe I'm mixing up partridge and quail. But I
Well,
swear there's something that has like similarly colored feathers, sort of a long neck. And you know how quails have that one feather that sticks out like a cowlick?
let's see. You mean like this?
No, no, if I remember right, on quails it sticks out the back of their head.
Oh, okay, okay. I don't see any pictures that include the back of the head, but
Well, what I remember is it makes him kind of look a little bit like Robin Hood. Again, maybe I'm thinking of something else.
okay. And a hamster wheel.
Wait, okay, wait a minute. If that's a quail, then maybe we're mixing this up. Partridge. Um, oh, for crying out loud, I didn't want a bunch of. There we go. Huh. Well, I mean, it has more of a head. What the hell am I thinking of then? I don't know what I'm thinking of. Wait a minute. I'm seeing something that's art, but not actually a photo, but there is a name.
Okay. Well, what we can do is drop this thing.
Hmm.
Okay. We are now
Okay.
no longer
I
presenting in case you're
think
wanting.
I think I found what I was picturing in my head, and it's a plumed partridge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. See how it's got that sticking out the back of the head? Like this. This is what I was picturing.
Yay!
So it's not a partridge.
No, I don't think so.
Is it why do birds like say flamingos, for example, always stand on one leg? What's that about?
Oh, gee, I saw an article that covered that, and I forget what was in it. And I saw it recently, too.
Hmm.
Well, you know what we could do?
No. No, I
Oh,
have no idea. Tell me, what can we do?
why do flamingos stand
Why
on
do
one leg?
birds suddenly appear? No.
Okay, this is interesting. From BBC Science Focus. Fundamentally, flamingos stand on one leg to avoid muscular fatigue. I don't get it, but it's an energy saving activity, basically, explains Dr. Paul Rose, the zoologist at the University of Exeter. Believe it or not, flamingos are more stable for long periods of time on one leg than they are on two. I find that difficult to believe, but I guess it does work.
Because it's kind of like the bird equivalent of cows sleeping standing up.
Uh huh.
That is weird. And like, okay, granted, I grew up in Vermont, which is kind of a little bit dairyland in some parts of the state, but I was never close enough to the pastures that anyone in my neighborhood suggested going out cow tipping. However, we were fairly convinced that the people from Colchester were. Except nobody ever had a definitive answer. I keep hearing all this controversy on whether or not it's even possible to tip a cow. And, well, I don't know.
I
Like,
don't
I don't know.
know.
Like, why wouldn't it be? If you just gave it enough of a shove in the right place, wouldn't it go over?
I was going to say, you probably have to push really hard because you've got maybe,
Well,
what, a ton and a half a cow.
I guess. I don't know. It seems like with enough, like, linebackers who are drunk, you could probably do it.
like,
I don't know.
like the New England Patriots have never done that before, right?
It's funny thinking about it. I mean, I never really had school spirit, so to speak. I never did school events. And it suddenly occurs to me that there is only one person I can definitively say was on any sports team. That's weird. Like, I can only point to one person that I ever saw with a uniform or like anything.
And that person
That's
was
odd.
definitely not you, right?
Oh hell no. Like I said, I don't take part in school events. Oh, wait a minute. No, wait. I take it back. I take it back. I remember a few track and field people.
Oh yeah, yeah, they were
You know,
ubiquitous. Yeah.
like I mean, team sports I can't recall except for one person who was on the football team. I know that much for sure. But like baseball team and actually come to think of it, I think I knew a lacrosse player.
Ah,
I don't know. Whatever. I was friends with at least one cheerleader.
oh my.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird because, like, until I met her, everyone thought she was like totally the school slut, and then I'm still to this day not sure if she was, but if she was, she hid it very well.
Okay.
Well, maybe that's just the skeptic's way of saying she wasn't.
Yeah, yeah, that's the way it works. Oh my. What do we have going over on the side there? Is everybody being weird?
I don't know. People aren't saying a lot, and it's mostly about Stool's hamster. Nobody let him have access to electrical tape or Richard Gere.
oh, so Manda was a cheerleader. Okay. Manda, get in here. You've got a link. I just gave it to you.
Yeah. I can picture Manda as a cheerleader.
Rah, rah, sis boom bum. What the hell does sis boom bum mean?
I don't know, maybe it's something about blowing up your sister and then lying about it.
Okay.
Oh, what do I know?
Wait a minute. Nerdy already did. What
I
did
mean,
Nerdy already do?
here's one. Like, okay, 24668. Who do we appreciate or really hate or whatever it is? Who's the greatest Kate of all? I don't know, but we don't really have one for 1357, do we? I mean, I guess I've heard some people turn seven into heaven, but whatever.
Yeah,
You know, there,
yeah.
there isn't really a good one for seven,
It's
is
just
there?
seven is just too obvious. Heaven is just too obvious. Yeah.
Well, but that and it's weird because that's how most of the lucky numbers. I'm excluding 42 here. Are odd numbers, 3 and 7 primarily, and a lot of people like multiples of 5. And I'm like, what do these people have against even numbers
Well, I don't know. 12 has a prominent place.
as a lucky number? Since when?
Well, I
Well,
mean, I don't know if it's so much a lucky number on a dice. I mean,
well,
you have to have two dice.
oh my gosh! Please tell me you're not one of those who says dice for a singular.
No, thank you. No, 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 no.
But I
It's
mean,
one die. It's one dice and two dices.
like, no, but I mean, it's not a lucky number though. It's not like three wishes or 7 whatever. There's always like a 3 or a 7 when there's a magic spell or a curse or something. Like the monkey's paw. How many wishes did you get? 3. You know, and why am I blanking on the 7 that's lucky? I know there's a 7 thing.
Oh yes, Nerdy has a point there. Nerdy says that
What?
7 rhymes with 11. Hey, you could make a shop.
Hmm. Really, I thought 7 rhymed with orange, but okay.
Hmm. No, that's purple.
Nah, purple doesn't rhyme with anything.
It.
Honestly, though, like, okay, does it only count as a rhyme if the accompanying rhyme is like the complementary term is one word? Can it be 2?
I don't see why it couldn't.
Then door hinge.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Orange rhymes with door hinge. I don't know why this is difficult.
And purple
Purple, on the other hand, does still, I can't think of anything that rhymes with that, except possibly like bad comic book sound effects like blurple.
and murple. Yes.
Mm,
And curple and twerple and
right? Purple tunnel syndrome.
I
I
could
don't
do
know.
this all night.
Well, I don't know. I tried this square peg round hole, a joke about vampire programmers having Carpathian tunnel syndrome, but it didn't work very well at all.
Oh my, oh my! It's probably for the
And
best.
I wonder how many people, just ordinary folks on the street, like not complete geekatrons, know that's where Transylvania is.
I don't know. Yeah, I wonder how many people do actually know where it is.
Come to think of it, wouldn't Dracula have a Slavic accent?
Well, wait a minute. Transylvania is in Romania, right?
The um on the blank Carpathian mountain range.
I gotta look that up because CARPAT. Here we are, Carpathian Mountains. Because I
Well, it's
can't.
just because whenever I hear people, sort of like mocking, doing sort of a Dracula voice, they always almost sound a little bit Swedish. I want to suck your blood. It has that boingy 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 quality to it that people do with like the Swedish Chef. And I would imagine that Dracula would probably sound more like when you're doing your random Slavic nonsense.
Good evening. Yes. Okay, so the Carpathian Mountains go through the countries of the Ukraine, Romania, Poland,
Okay, you sound
Slovakia.
like you're trying to be Italian now, but there can never be an Italian vampire. You know why?
Oh yeah, the whole garlic issue. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you'll never get an Italian to stop eating the garlic. Like seriously, one day as a vampire and I'd be done. You know? Be a pile of dust with some garlic in the middle of it.
Jesta. Or the single panel comic where the vampire is told that the moon shines because of reflected sunlight and then disappears.
That's a 4 panel comic, but okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I like. I imagine vampires can't grow beards because they're undead, but it does seem like shaving would be a problem.
Yeah, could you imagine cutting yourself shaving if you're a vampire?
One thing that would be interesting to do, like if you truly could not show up in a mirror, is set 2 mirrors up and try to look into infinity. Right? Like you'd always be an infinitesimal number of degrees off or something, but you could get pretty close to looking on infinity if you could see through yourself.
Yeah.
There's a chance I've given that way too much thought.
There's slight chance, but I mean, you got to do something with your spare time.
I suppose so. I don't know. I've like heard a lot of people, usually like hippy dippy spiritual advisor types, say that if you were to look upon infinity, you would immediately go mad or something. And you know, these days that sounds almost relaxing by comparison.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then we have somebody who is all starved for affection over here.
Yeah, well, I've got Columbia over here. She was willing to be on my lap for like 2 seconds today. I don't know what her deal is. She used to be much more of a lap kitty. I suppose part of it is just that Xander keeps chasing her off.
I don't know.
Although he's
Naughty.
not as bad as Ivan. Ivan was so much worse about like stealing my lap from Columbia.
Oh, did that send her into deep, dark depression?
Oh, I don't know about that, but she would run away like and so she's a very skittish cat.
Okay.
I mean, I love my kitty, but she's timid. She's a fraidy cat, imagine.
Okay. Nerdy says, I heard the vampire banker got into Bitcoin just because it was a cryptocurrency. Hey,
Yeah,
it's
I'm not sure. I mean, that was funny,
it's
but
better than my humor.
by leaps and bounds, yes. But still,
Oh my. Oh, this is a good thing. Yes, I've seen over in the side chat stool says I am legally allowed to touch things.
but I don't think you're legally allowed to touch just any things. I'm sure there are some things you're not allowed to touch there, Stool.
Just don't want to find out what they are.
Like yourself in public comes to mind.
Okay.
You know,
Oh my, oh my. Mises.
what?
That's what he said. He said Mises.
Like more than one Ed niece?
Yeah.
Okay.
I hate Mises to pieces.
Actually completely forget anything about Ed Meese except that they mentioned him a fair bit in Bloom County. And he probably had a lot to do with Reagan.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if he had anything to do with Shrub Sr., though.
I cannot remember. Oh, hi, Christy. How you doing? Yay! Christy's here.
Which Christy?
Christy Burton is here. She's
Which
the
Christy is that one?
she's the wonderful cashier at the Squall Mart
Okay.
that I frequent when I'm coming home from dialysis.
Okay, let's try this another way. Is this someone I've met before?
No,
Okay, hence my confusion. I wasn't sure if I should feel bad or not.
she
You
thinks
know, like,
she thinks you're really cool.
oh, so she's damaged then. Well,
Oh,
actually, I do my best to be cool.
there you are. Uh,
I
yeah,
wear sunglasses, but that might just be a function of living in San Diego.
on the hottest days, you'll take a cold shower, right?
Sure,
You can
that's what I do.
you get cool that way.
I like my answer about the sunglasses better. It's a different
Oh,
kind of cool, you know. It's more of a Fonzie cool.
and say hello to Sylvia, everybody. This is the Sylvia. What? You came up into my lap and you wanted all the love, and then I pick up and I give you the cuddle kitty, and you tell me to go away. Yeah, meow. Damn cat.
Mm.
Oh
Yeah,
my
Xander's
word.
been quite the attention whore lately. He wants to play a lot more than perhaps I do. And well, the thing is that he does. Excuse me, gosh, that went down the wrong pipe. Um,
Oops.
he he does that kitty thing where he'll chase after something for a little while, and then he decides, nah, I'm just gonna sit here for a bit until some like condition that I'm not telling you what it is fulfilled, and then I will chase it again, but not before. And I'm like, this is getting really dull, shaking this cat chaser from across the room at you. I kind of want to stop. But then he's like, but why did you stop? We were having so much fun.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, no, my arm was tired from holding it horizontally for this long.
Yeah. This one, oh my word! I bring out the evil red dot, and she goes absolutely crazy for about 13 seconds, and then looks at it and says, "I'm done with this. Can we do
Well,
something
that's
else
how
now?"
that's how Columbia used to be. Now she doesn't even bother because Xander will come by immediately to play with whatever it is. But even before Xander, Columbia would seriously like do that, like a couple of seconds of play, and then nah, I'm done.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I actually need to find my laser pointer and see if Xander will chase it the way he loves to chase, say, twist ties and that one cat chaser. He loves twist ties. It's weird. Anything that someone has told me is like guaranteed your cat will love this and have fun with it is something Xander's ignored. But if it's something simple, like a twist tie, he's all about it.
Oh, this one with the circular seals or whatever you call those things from the gallons of milk.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
The thing
Well,
where when you pull it off of the milk, it feels like you're like taking the pin out of a grenade. That?
yes, that one.
Okay.
And then the other one, she loves to steal the caps from my ginger ale bottles.
Hmm.
Usually while I'm trying to use them. Yeah, that's what you do. Yes, it is. No, there's no food in there. The food's in the other bowl. Damn cat. And I'm the one who brought her in, so it's all my fault.
I don't know. I like what Xander's been doing lately. He's been really affectionate in the cutest ways. Like he's always done that sort of fall over for no good reason because he's having so much fun being petted thing.
Okay.
But lately he's taken to really just rolling around on the ground a lot.
Oh, look, TV Tube's here.
And he does love having, he's like the only cat I know who loves having his tummy rubbed.
Yeah, not even this one will do the tummy rub.
Like you'd think that I'd pull back a bloody stump, but no, Xander's all about it. Or if he is not, he's failed to let me know.
You got him at the cut rate discount store, right?
Not exactly. He was a rescue, and he was being fostered at someone's home.
Oh man, I don't know if I could foster a kitty. It would be.
Because you couldn't give one up.
Say again?
Because you couldn't give one up.
Yeah. Uh huh.
Yeah, I felt a little bit bad about taking Xander away from his siblings and his mom.
Well, you know that she was telling you that you could have two.
Oh yeah, she was begging me to take two. And I was like, look, if I didn't already have Columbia, I'd say yes, but I do, and she's plenty of responsibility as it is.
Well, you need 6 cats.
I really, really don't.
Oh, look. We've got somebody knocking on the door. It's Amanda. Hello, dear. How are you? How are you?
Hi. How are you guys?
In a word?
In 2 words, not that.
That's good.
I'm doing all right, I guess. Actually, it's been a fairly productive day.
You get a lot of work done with the Quinn?
I did. I got 2 shots done. Mind you, one of them was a revamp of one that's been bugging me for ages, but the other one was new footage.
All
and
right.
I'm getting so close to Act 3. I think I'm like 3, maybe 2 or 3 lines of dialogue away from Act 3, and Act 3 is going to be the fun part.
Sounds like a Quinn Martin production.
I'm very excited.
Okay, I've heard of Rowan and Martin. What the heck are you talking about?
Oh, Quinn Martin was a production company that did a whole bunch of evening television, things like, let's see, what was the one with the one that was based on Sam Shepard, The Fugitive, and let's see, Streets of San Francisco, and a lot of crime dramas. Come to think of it, and it was always divided into acts. You know, Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, epilogue.
Okay, but like stories and books and plays and all kinds of stuff have been divided up into acts since forever. How did this one get the nod?
I don't know, but it's the only television I can remember.
No, what I mean is, why did it trigger for you the memory of act this, that, and the other thing? Where, like, I mean, I don't know. It seems strange that you would bring up this production company just because of me mentioning Act 1, 2, or 3. I think you just wanted to bring up something that you could explain to people because you knew no one would know what it was.
Well, they made a big deal of it. I mean, the commercial would end, and they'd Act 3, and one of those deals.
They did that in Goodfellas.
Okay, I haven't seen that one.
I like Goodfellas.
Wait,
It's
what?
a fun flick.
You haven't seen Goodfellas, Diana? What is wrong with you?
I know, right? It's like she refuses to watch fiction that's just pure ass entertainment. You know, it always has to be like boring.
Technically,
in some
Goodfellas
fashion.
is based on a true story, though. So.
Well, yeah, but it was not like made with an agenda in mind.
The agenda was it was a badass gangster movie made by Scorsese. So.
Was it? I enjoyed it.
Well, I actually bought it.
Yeah, no, I said badass.
Sorry, what was that?
I said badass, not bad.
My ass is very bad.
Gotcha.
I love Goodfellas. I love anything
that's
Scorsese.
because of what you eat.
Actually, I bought half a dozen films. Well, yeah, you, Manda. Who the fuck buys DVDs? I do.
That's so weird. My stupid ass parents, they have this like shelves and shelves of DVDs they collected, and I don't think they even have a DVD player anymore. It's so dumb. Take
Well,
why still have them? Get rid of them.
I really should get back on that project of digitizing all my movies because I have shelves upon shelves of discs. And there have been a couple of times where I'm like, okay, that movie I've been wanting to see for ages is not on any of the streaming services I have. So I guess I'll have to buy it. And then, of course, I buy it. And 2 weeks later, oh, yeah, thanks, Netflix. You couldn't have done this a fortnight ago, so I didn't have to spend the money for the disc.
Yeah.
Oh, what I will do is I will go to the Squall Mart and I will get them for $5 a crack. You don't necessarily find exactly what you're looking for, but you find something.
Well, but that's the thing is there are specific things I'm looking for.
Yeah, like the black and white films, silent usually, right?
No,
No.
not even a little tiny bit.
Aw. Oh, look,
I
Phoebe's
didn't
here.
mean that in any fashion. Sorry, who's here?
Phoebe.
Oh,
Oh, hey Phoebe, congratulations, by the way.
why? What happened
Well,
with
she got
Phoebe?
married or something.
She got engaged. You
Oh,
didn't see? I'm pretty sure she posted a picture. Maybe it was sorry if she.
I,
I
I,
wasn't
I don't
looking.
know.
Told me. She sent me. I knew about it beforehand because she told me like when she bought the ring. She was very excited, and she went to Ireland for a trip, and that's where she did it. And it was very lovely. And
So is this engagement to someone we know?
no, this is her partner is not part of the community, but
Uh,
still very
well,
excited.
who
for her.
knows?
Yeah.
I mean, like there have been a couple of couples that have gotten together because of the atheist community. I can name at least. Well, actually, come to think of it, there's
GE and
one.
KC.
There are two couples where one of them had the same person in it at one time.
Okay, sort of like musical peoples.
Well, kind of. I mean,
Arden.
there was like this romance between two of them that broke up, and then there was a romance between half of them and someone else, and that one seems to have lasted.
Yeah, I get it. But Arden of Eden and Matt Dillahunty, they met in the community.
Oh,
Casey met GE on Facebook, I think, when he was before he got his channel got bigger. And she told me that. Yeah, there's quite a few. I, you know, dated a couple.
yeah, I have
Stool is
not.
telling me about his bosom research, by the way.
I have not had any flings with anyone in the community. What can I say?
All right. And I have to say, I think I'm kind of glad about it.
Yeah.
I mean, seeing some of the drama that's happened because of this, that, or the other thing, I'm like, yeah, I'd rather not. It's kind of like, if I ever, for whatever reason, got it into my head to become like to get into acting or something, and then met someone else who was into acting, another celebrity or whatever, I'd be like, no, I don't think we should date because that always ends in really big public disaster.
Mm-hmm.
Gee, I can't
Yep.
think of any instances of that.
Gosh, no.
Oh my. Well, okay. Now Phoebe says my partner and I met at the same hotel in Thailand. It would make sense that the two of you would meet at the same hotel, right? Or did you meet at different hotels? Or I don't know. Does anybody meet anyone at a different hotel?
So, okay, here's a weird question for you.
Okay.
What's appropriate these days? Do you still say actress, or is everyone an actor now?
I don't know.
I mean, like when I was talking about if I ever got into acting, I suddenly realized I don't know like which one anyone expects anymore. What's the protocol?
I do hear actor quite a bit applied to both genders.
Hmm.
Trying to
But
think back.
it's it's kind of like folks who don't realize that there is that masseuse is feminine.
Nah,
Isn't it? Oh yeah,
That
because
that
Miss Thor would be the
yeah.
masculine.
But the sheer number of times I've heard people call like someone who is obviously male presenting a masseuse, and I'm like, you guys need to look that word up. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it's like the word decimate. It
oh,
doesn't
people
mean
always misunderstand that one.
yeah, because it means to get rid of 10% of,
Yeah.
not like
Oh, because I
completely.
always thought it was to have like a 10-way orgy, but all right.
That's good. I like that one.
I don't know. It seems to me like giant orgies like that have to get kind of smelly by the end.
Yeah,
You would
probably.
think. You would think.
I don't know. There's also a chance I've thought about that a little too hard as well. I might just have too much free time on my
That's
hands.
probably it. That's probably the culprit. Yeah.
You oh, well, what you gonna do?
I have no idea what I'm going to do. There's so many things I need to do, but which of them I will do, I don't know.
Hmm.
Got a,
Well,
got a lot of
trying
things.
to think if I even have plans. Oh yeah, yeah, actually I do. I think it's tomorrow night. Or is it Thursday? I'm trying to remember, but there's an 80s night thing with skating and rollerblading. And like right now, Tom's fiance doesn't really know anybody in town but me. So we're going to be doing that on Wednesday,
Oh, yay.
assuming I'm not wrong and it's Thursday. I should probably check that, huh?
Might not be a bad idea, really,
Yeah.
because it might be next Friday.
It won't be.
Okay.
And if it was, I wouldn't have agreed to go. My Fridays are kind of booked.
Oh, my.
What do you do on Fridays?
Well, pre-pandemic, I had an every other week board game night, and I'm hoping those start back up soon. But other than that, there's also movie night and a few other things. So you know, I usually just end up doing movie night out of sheer lethargy. But
Ha! There you go. Is movie night still alive and kicking?
I'll say it's alive. I don't know about kicking. I have to say that the fact that it ends so early, I think, is hurting it a bit.
Okay. Okay. Gods, I remember the
Mm.
old days. We'd start at midnight. We might end at what 4 a.m. and then we'd be sitting there talking back and forth for another 6 hours.
Mm. Well, I don't know. Granted, I wasn't there for those days. I barely even knew about it at all. So I don't really have much to compare it to, but I do know that it's definitely not lived up to its rep.
Oh, I'll tell you, back in the day, it definitely lived up to the rep that it made for itself. There's just a place in my heart for the old movie night. I'm sorry, peoples.
Well, there's
Um,
a place in my heart for a lot of things that don't exist anymore. There was this one dude went by All Babies Are Atheists, and we used to do this was back before like Zoom meetings and YouTube streaming and all of that because we were using Blog TV if you remember that one,
oh my.
and like we'd have just gab sessions like this, but sometimes we'd do karaoke, and that was fun.
Oh my.
Yeah. But he had to quit because there was this asshole who was like stalking him and stuff and threatening his granddaughter, and it just got ugly.
You. One question that comes to mind: how do you do karaoke through all of the lag?
Well, the person who's singing plays the music on their end.
Okay, okay.
More than doable, especially with what we've got right now, the Google Meet, because you can share a tab, and there's plenty of karaoke on YouTube.
Yes, there are.
So, um, yeah, that's one way to do it. We didn't have the ability to share a tab or even share our audio, so you just had to get the microphone close to the speakers.
Oh, alrighty.
And I don't know if I deleted it or demonetized it or what, but I had a at least one, maybe two examples of me doing karaoke as YouTube videos. But because it was copyrighted music, obviously YouTube got a bit tetchy about it. And I forget about, but that might have been so long ago that I might have had no choice but to remove the videos, but they might still be up and set to like unlisted or something. Suppose I can check that easily enough.
You could, yes.
Let's see.
Honey, those are
Right
sharp.
into. Oh wait, I'm not going to find it on my main channel. I'd have to actually go into my videos, which I hate doing. They've made it so clunky now. The dashboard is just annoying.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
It's this need they felt to do everything like in real time. And it sure does look like I've gotten rid of all of my karaoke videos. That's a shame. Let's see. I think I did all the small things. I want to say that's either by Blink 182 or Nerf Herder, and I definitely did 1985 by Bowling for Soup. Let's see. All the small things is by Blink 182. Yeah.
Bowling for Soup. It's an interesting name.
Fun band, but I hate to say it, after a couple of albums, repetitive. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're repeating stuff I like, but still.
So it's not like they're repeating poo poo songs.
No, but it does start to feel a little monotonous after a while.
Are you saying that poo poo songs are monotonous? Well, you're right.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. I'm mixing up bands. No. Um, Not Bowling for Soup. A Newfound Glory is the one that got really monotonous.
A newfound glory hole. Okay.
No.
No?
No.
You sure?
Quite. Yes, indeed, quite.
Okay. Just checking. Who do we have? We have, God, 3 people are managing to put up with us.
Wow, 3 whole people. Imagine. Rapture.
Yeah, you, me, and Manda.
Actually, well, no, I'm not looking. But I suddenly realized I don't want to be presumptuous. Maybe some of the people watching us have had like something amputated, and it's not 3 whole people watching us.
There you go. I tell you, it's amazing.
So, okay,
What?
when someone gets divorced from their husband, is that a mysterectomy?
Yeah.
All right, just checking.
I never thought of that one before.
Well, the one that knocks me out that I heard recently, and maybe I'm just not in the know, and that's why I didn't hear it, is husband. That's the name of the I don't know of one for wife though. That's like past like that. That's past tense, like husband. But when I heard that, I was like, "Oh, that's brilliant! Whoever thought that up, I need to buy them a drink."
And with your luck, they're probably a teetotaler.
What?
Well, you have to buy them a drink, but with your luck, they'll be a teetotaler.
Oh, well, that'll just save me money, won't it?
Unless you get them some orange juice.
Still less than a cocktail. I mean, seriously, if someone said, okay, you can buy someone a glass of orange juice, or you can buy them like a double vodka cran, and you only have a certain amount of money to do it, I'd be like, well, give me the OJ. I mean, unless prices of orange juice have skyrocketed in the last couple of minutes.
Who can tell anymore? I mean, geez, you've been to the supermarket lately.
I have. And I suddenly realized I was not saving nearly as much money as I thought I was because I didn't realize that grape juice was so much more expensive than apple.
Oh, okay.
Like, I might as well have been buying OJ instead of the grape.
Oh my. Shows you how long it's been since I bought fruit juices because I did not know the relative price structure.
So, what do you drink?
Ginger ale and coffee.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
I'm not supposed to have orange juice,
Oh,
unfortunately.
it's just ginger ale and coffee sounds really unhealthy as your only beverages. I mean, coffee is certainly not going to hydrate you, and I can't imagine ginger ale does much better.
Well, don't forget that my drainage system doesn't work correctly anymore. So I tend to hold on to all that fluid.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. Even so, though, I mean, coffee dehydrates, it's got caffeine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
Oh, what do we have here? Oh, Randy's here. Randy says, just ask the great philosopher Testicles.
Honestly, every time you say Randy, I expect Randolph Richardson.
I'd never heard him referred to as Randy. Does anybody call him Randy?
Well, it doesn't matter if they do or don't. When you say Randy, my first thought is Randolph.
Moof beef. No, this is Randall.
So I
Randall
have
the
to keep
Harmonica
reminding
Man.
myself who you mean when you say it. It's like there's a couple of people out there, like actors, where they have such similar sounding names. I forget which one's which.
Oh, okay, okay.
And also, okay, there's an actor and a politician whose names are vaguely similar enough that it confuses me. Ashton Kutcher and what's the guy's name? Like Brian Kutchner or something? Brandon Kutcher or Kutchner or something, and Ashton Kutcher.
I'll take your word for it.
Also, it doesn't help that there's a is it Andrew McCarthy? I want to say, who's like, there's also an actor with the same name, and then there's another guy. And what's the guy I'm thinking of? He was in UHF and a whole bunch of other stuff, and I know he's got the same name as like a rat bastard politician. Kevin McCarthy, yeah. There's a guy out there now, politician, wreaking all kinds of right wing havoc, and every time they say his name, I think of this other actor. He was in the original Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
The original.
Yeah, the black and white one.
Oh, wow. Yeah, something I've actually seen.
Now, it's been a long time, but if I sort of gleaned it from the photos I saw, I'm pretty sure he's the. You know how in every zombie movie you got the one guy who gets super aggressive, like everyone's trapped, and he obviously wants to be in charge, and instead of being in charge, he's just angry.
Oh, yeah, and he's usually carrying a small caliber pistol, too, right?
And then he just does something really stupid that screws everybody over, or possibly just the people he cares about get screwed over by his actions. But one way or another, he does completely the wrongest thing in the name of trying to do the good thing, but he's just too flustered to. Anyway, I'm pretty sure that's the character he played.
Okay, then. I'm gonna have to go look for that and see if I can dig it up again. I've seen them
Okay,
both.
speaking of which, I gotta go feed the cats. I'll be right back.
Meow. That's the darn thing about cats; they get hungry.
You gotta feed them. Same with kids. I always gotta have them fucking feed them.
I don't know how you manage the food bill.
Especially with a teenager. Oh my god.
Well,
He's so skinny too.
I remember what I was like when I was 17, and yeah, it was eat the contents of a grocery store over the period of a week.
Mm-hmm. So how was your game the other day?
Well, I don't know. It's kind of mixed feelings. Um, it was nice to be out in the sun, nice to be watching baseball, but it was sad too. Um, and of course, they had heightened security measures. The only reason I got my backpack in was I was carrying some medication that I have to take with everything I eat. Um, and had I had a camera, I would not have been able to bring that in. And I was looking at some things later, and you couldn't even have an umbrella. So if it starts raining on you, you can't keep the rain off of you. And allegedly, it's something to do with the plague. But I just can't help but wonder they're just going to
What?
leave it. Hmm?
Why though? What does having an umbrella have anything to do with the with COVID? I don't get
I
it.
don't get it either. I just don't. I'm sitting here thinking, why is it that they ban all bags except for maybe like a 9 by 8 by 9 or something like that, a little clutch purse. What's that have to do with respiratory, upper respiratory diseases? I don't get it.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
But if it's in place just for the plague, okay. But I have a feeling it's going to be permanent. So I don't know what I'll do. Because if it's going to be permanent, I really don't think I want to go back.
You don't think you want to go back? Why not? Just because of the
That whole heightened security
restrictions?
crap and everything else. Yeah, I mean, I just. Um, Plus, the other thing, well, it's just the way the Pirates play like shit. Uh, I think there were about 30 people there. Well, actually, the paid attendance was a little under 10,000, and I think a third of them showed up. They may have had 3,000 people at most. Well, the Pirates are, what, 51 and 80 or some shit like that. I don't know. Some
How many games do they play in a season, each team?
162.
That is a lot.
Yeah, you're playing almost every day throughout the summer. Yeah, 81 games at home and 81 games on the road.
Seems like a person would get worn out fairly quickly.
Many do. Mm-hmm. Travel takes a toll on you.
Well, I just meant playing every day.
Oh, well, that too. And I don't
I mean,
know if.
I guess you really got to want it.
Yeah, you do. You really, really, really have to want it because there are only so many slots there and so many people competing for a place in those slots. Because you start with hundreds of thousands of little leaguers and you come down to what, maybe 800 Major League Baseball players, something like that.
Hmm. Well, I don't know. Like, what? I've never really understood the concept of the minor leagues. Not really.
It's like a practice league, basically. It's where you It's what football and basketball should have instead of hijacking college.
Do they not have college baseball teams?
There are college baseball teams, yes, but
So what's the difference?
the difference is college is. Oh, somebody's pounding on something. It's mostly for the fun of it. You really
Then why do
don't.
people get baseball scholarships?
Well, I mean, not everybody that goes, into a college baseball team goes on to professional sports, where it's more or less expected that if you're going to be on a college basketball team, that you have an intention of playing in the NBA. And
Hmm.
the way the way the NCAA just hijacks the schools, uh, we used to make jokes about rocks for jocks, for example, the really dumbed down courses explicitly made for the college athletes so they could get their grades.
Where's the rocks part come in? Is it dumb as? Is that where it's coming from?
Uh, that one is a geology course, intro to geology,
Oh,
and
hmm.
rocks for jocks because it rhymes and all that other stuff and everything.
I mean, it is weird to me that they give people scholarships for being good at sports. The only reason I can think to do it is if the like attendance money for the stadium is a real like cash cow for the college.
It's a cash cow for the sports department. I mean, the academic departments don't see a cent of that stuff.
Hmm.
I mean, Pitt is a tier one um, NCAA team. Neuroscience department didn't see any of that money.
Well, that seems strange to me then.
Yeah.
I mean, what possible reason is there to give someone a scholarship that's not tautological
Well, basically,
or circular?
it's the way the sports departments at the schools are used. The the NBA and the NFL and that sort of thing are using the colleges as their minor league system, so they don't have to spend the money for one. For one of their own.
But why would the college do it unless it turns a profit?
Well, it does turn a profit. I mean, the sports departments on these Division One teams, they are rolling in dough. Um,
And does any of that money go to some function of the college that isn't sports?
Not really, not really,
So again, I have to ask, why do it?
because
Mm,
the college is all about the exposure, shall we say?
Hmm. I guess, but when people say, "Oh, hey, Harvard," my first thought isn't, "Oh, yeah, they have the best football team."
Yeah, right. They actually do have a football team, but
It
oh
doesn't
man.
shock me, but still.
Harmonica Man asks, "Is there college baseball anymore?" Yes, there is. You just don't. It doesn't have the attention that the football and the basketball have.
Well, I have to admit, I don't really get the appeal of basketball, but I definitely would prefer to watch football over baseball. It's just more
Okay,
exciting.
okay,
There's more action to it.
okay. I mean, to each, one of those.
Well,
Um,
also, I mean, like knowing what little I know about football, the, the team has to work together a lot more than they ever do in baseball.
yeah, I kind of disagree a little bit. If you've seen any of the really brilliantly executed double plays and other
Okay, but even a double play still only requires like what? two people on the team, maybe three or four tops. Whereas, like, I'm not sure how many men are on the field at a time. I think it's like 10 or 8 or something. They all have to work together. And the whole team has to come together as one in ways that baseball teams just don't.
I grant you some of that. There are probably a few more prima donnas in baseball than there are in, say, basketball or football or
Well,
hockey or.
but the point is that only so many people can do so much at once on a baseball team. I mean, like you say, if there's a double play going on, chances are the outfield's bored.
Yeah. Although I've seen a couple 9-5-4-3 double plays. Some of the
Still, my point stands is that football is really much like they're both team sports, but football is much more of a team sport because you really got to get the team to work together as a whole instead of just like a couple of people doing one thing very focused on the field while everyone else waits for them to finish it.
and then there's Joe Namath. Oh man. No, but yeah, I guess the football season has started, and they're all up and going here. This town eats, sleeps, and shits football.
Okay. I don't know. I you know me, I watch the Super Bowl and that's it.
These people.
Although actually, I'm starting to wonder. I don't know if Tom and Katie are into sports. I don't think Tom is, but then again, I mean, she's from like Colorado or something. I think they're a little more sportsy there.
Hmm. Mile High Lacrosse.
Well, that would imply that they are skydiving, but okay.
Okay.
Well, not necessarily skydiving, but certainly airborne. I mean, you know what the Mile High Club is.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Man, there was someone who sent me a link once to some footage of people skinny skydiving, and let's just say there's certain body parts that shouldn't flap in the wind.
I was just thinking of that, and I'm thinking, no, just wouldn't work too well.
And it's probably not the body part you're thinking of.
Well, I could think of 3 possible body parts, not all in the same person.
Yes, well, regardless, I asked them to take me off that mailing list after that.
Oh
I'll be
my.
right back.
Oh my. Is that a threat? Is that a promise?
Thought you already fed the cats.
Oh my. And this one over. Oh. She is all curled up on the canvas bag I used to bring the groceries home. She's always got to be on something. When
What do you mean on something?
Well, when she's on the floor, she's got to be on, say, a towel that is on the floor. Or when she's on the bed, she's got to be on the blanket that is on the bed. There always has to be that extra layer going on.
Ah, gotcha.
And of course, when she's on the blanket that's on the bed, just when I'm trying to get under the same blanket, oh, it works really well. She's such a sweetie. I think she's asleep.
I got up to go to the bathroom last night. I came back and it was like four in the morning, and like it was in my spot where I lay down, and so I spent until probably 7:30 this morning, like kind of hunched over next to her. I wouldn't move her because you can't move the dog. That's just mean. So I let her take up most of the bed.
Oh, well, did you at least use the dog as a pillow?
Yes, and she was quite warm too, so that was
Okay, then.
lovely.
That helps.
Well, I
Dogs
felt
are
bad
evil.
because I was watching the show last night and they killed the dog on the show. This family had to decide to put their dog down because he was in congestive heart failure. They're talking about how he's 14 years old, he's had a long life, and Leia's 9, and I got her up on the bed because she was under the bed at this point, and I just hugged her and like ugly cried into her neck for like 45 minutes. It was so pathetic, terrible. So I felt bad. Just had to make it up for her and let her have my seat for the night, I guess.
Oh, somebody just woke up. Meow.
Who
Meow.
woke up?
Yeah, now she's stretched. And now she's over here, pawing at me for attention.
Did you hear Giuliani talk about how not drunk he was the other day during that 9/11
Oh,
speech?
that
We only
one.
had one scotch.
Wait, who said this?
Rudy Giuliani.
Oh, no, I didn't even see his speech. I saw the really cringe one that the Shrub Cub made, but I didn't see Giuliani's.
He went off on this. Well, first of all, he kept calling General Millie Miley. And he was talking about how he's like, I wanted to just grab him by all his stars. Is what 5 is 10 is 12 stars. I don't know. And he was talking about like he wanted to kick his ass and all this stuff. It was so bad. And then he was like, he was talking about how after 9/11 the queen had offered to knight him, so he starts impersonating her, except it was really bad. I don't know, like a
Oh.
really bad accent. Like he was clearly like everybody says that he drinks way too much. People in Trump's own camp have come forward and said, yeah, he's constantly fucking drunk. Do you remember like that chick that he had uh during the summer that came and presented all those election fraud facts, but she was clearly like fucking drunk off of her ass.
Oh,
And because
yeah.
he took her drinking right before they had the thing in front of the committee. It was crazy. Like he's always drunk, so he's claiming he's all like, oh, this is the Democrats are trying to make me look bad. It's like, bro, no. First of all, when your defense is, I wasn't drunk. I just had one scotch.
Hmm.
That one scotch was really like 7. First of all, it's just, he's gross.
Well,
He's
the
so
one
gross.
scotch was half the fifth, yeah.
Hmm. You're not supposed to drink before you make a big speech in front of people, dumbass. Especially something like 9/11. Jesus.
And what really
Yeah, that does
amazes.
seem sort of like the wrong moment. Not really
Hmm.
an opportune time to get schnockered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what really amazes the hell out of me is that if we're not careful, we're going to end up with another Republican majority everywhere, and God, we're going to be all fucked.
Well, there's no Republican majority, but they're gerrymandering and shit and fixing all the voting laws to sway in their favor.
Oh, yeah.
You want to hear Trump's statement today that he put out?
Okay.
Did he declare his candidacy?
No, first of all, he keeps saying, "Oh, I can't tell you because of tax laws or whatever the fuck," which isn't true. He's just getting more money out of people, but he's like, "But you'll be really happy about it." So obviously he's planning on it. But it says in the story of dumbass General Mark Milley, the same failed leader who engineered the worst withdrawal from a country, Afghanistan, in U.S. history, leaving behind many dead and wounded soldiers, many American citizens, and $85 billion worth of the newest and most sophisticated military equipment in the world, and our country's reputation is true, then I assume he would be tried for treason and that he would have been dealing with his Chinese counterpart behind the president's back and telling China that he would be giving them notification of an attack. By the way, that was the first period there. That was all one sentence. Can't do that. The good news is the story is fake news concocted by a weak and ineffective general together with two authors who I refuse to give an interview to because they write fiction, not fact. Actions to take immediately. Action should be taken immediately against Millie, and better generals in our military, of which we have many, should get involved so that another Afghanistan disaster doesn't happen again. Remember, I was the one who took out 100% of the ISIS caliphate. Millie said it couldn't be done. For the record, I never even thought of attacking China, and China knows that. The people that fabricated the story are sick and demented, and the people who print it are just as bad. In fact, I'm the only president in decades who didn't get us into a war, a well-known fact that is seldom reported. So, I was watching this interview today with somebody that was talking about this time. I think he was at like Mar-a-Lago or something like that, and he had pointed to his lawn, like this part of the lawn in front of Mar-a-Lago was like, and mentioned some magazine about lawns and was like, they named this the best lawn in all of the country. And then he was like an hour later, we came upon this big double doors that were made of gold, and he did the same thing, except he made up some kind of magazine about doors and said they named these doors the best doors in all the world. Like,
What? But
what?
that's just so strange.
Fucking stupid.
I want to see an MRI of his skull and see how much empty space there is in there.
Right? Or just how very smooth his brain is altogether. Like, just like of all, like he's got to be, obviously he was making that shit up and he forgot that he already named something the best. So I just, it's so dumb. And like, that's a thing to brag about either. Like, it was the best lawn in all the land. It's like, ugh, he's insane. He's just fucking nuts. And I can't believe people like think he's like, did you see the billboard in Georgia comparing him to Jesus?
Yeah, huh?
No,
Yeah,
not
so.
sure I did.
Yeah, people literally worship him. It's
Yeah, I don't get it.
and that is a literal usage of literal that is actually literally the literal truth or
Mm-hmm.
something. I don't know.
No, they do. They really honestly think that he's the second coming or whatever. Um,
It amazes me when I think of all the people who have had Trump tattoos, in Technicolor and everything.
yeah, they're not going to regret that at all.
Yeah, I have to wonder, like, what happens when you have a tattoo of someone who turns out to be like really disgusting?
You never appear in public again.
It says, "Unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulders." And
Yeah.
it has a picture of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's in my state because awesome. Even though, hey, technically we voted for the other guy, so fuck it.
It is just totally amazing. I don't know how you can take it down there, but oh well.
Nobody like we're still this entire time nobody's really acted like we're in a pandemic or anything. Almost nobody wears masks out in public anymore. Like they never really did. It's just nobody gives a shit. Nobody has, and it's no wonder that we can't beat this thing. That just keeps getting worse.
Yeah, I could think of one or two people in this room who would give me garbage, but I'll still stand by it. I don't think we're really going to be seeing the light of day until maybe 2025. Really? The way
Well,
Yeah.
things are going?
I don't know. I don't
No,
know.
This
I
is
mean,
going to
because
be
the
our
way,
new normal
like you
for a
say, the way
while.
things are going, I have a feeling that like the people who are keeping us, like holding us back, are before too much longer going to be, well, there's just going to be fewer of them.
Well, I hate to sound horrible, but at the same time, I don't hate to sound horrible. I'm hoping that that will be the case. I'm hoping that they will die off, and what will remain will be semi rational. Maybe we can start to make some headway. I don't know. But by then, how many variants are going to be out there?
Oh, I don't know. I seem to remember hearing at some point there was like an epsilon variant or something out there.
I think so.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's the issue. Is that it's just going to keep, you know, we're just going to have different variations of it, and eventually we're not going to be able. There, it's going to become too mutated for the vaccine to fight against. So we might need a new vaccine, or if any vaccine would be able to. Like, they're going to end up killing a lot of people that are doing the right thing. You know.
Well, I could only hope that the virologists are hard at work already on possible vaccines, for whichever direction the
Yeah.
mutations might take. Because the nice thing uh, about living in the real world and methodological naturalism and all that stuff, as opposed to creationism, is you can predict some of the directions that a mutation might take. I mean, you're not gonna pick the one where it's gonna go in, but you'll have a set, and it might go here, it might go there, and you can narrow the field down a little bit, and maybe even get ahead of the game on some vaccines. I certainly hope that we'll be better prepared for the next horrible variation that comes out.
I don't know. I wonder, like, I've been hearing a lot about booster shots,
Yeah,
and all of it has been contradictory. Everything I've heard has been like, well, you'll need one. No, you won't, and et cetera, back and forth to the point where I don't even know what the hell's going on anymore.
well, if we need one, I'll get one. You know.
Well, yeah, but the question was whether or not we need one,
Mm-hmm.
because I don't
Um,
know.
well,
And the places I might go to find out are, well, not reliable anymore.
yeah, I just hope that if there are any major vaccines to come out and everything, it will be before the search for a transplant gets really serious. Because once I'm on the immunosuppressants, the vaccines don't take as well as they do with an intact immune system.
Well, I don't know what to tell you about that. My immune system's always been pretty decent.
Now, that's something that I learned that I did not know before, because I thought that when you took the immunosuppressants, it knocked out your immune system basically, but it doesn't quite shut it off completely. But it takes the kick out of it, if you will. I don't know. They say the average wait, at least here in this town, is 5 years. So
Oh, ha! Sorry, my brain went to a different definition of weight.
okay.
Well, and I'm like, okay, the average weight in that town is five. What? Five? Oh, and then years.
No, it's not 5 tons.
Hmm.
I'm a little heavy right now. I've got to work on taking off those couple extra pounds I put on. I'm up over 180 again, and it's not nice.
I the only one that's lost weight recently?
You might be.
I don't know. I've been hovering pretty steady, to be honest.
I just don't get a chance to eat very often. I have no appetite anymore anyway, so yeah.
I'm trying to eat better than I have been lately. Been doing a lot more rice, a lot more vegetables, mostly chicken, and when I have meat, that kind of thing.
No, no stir fried cat.
Well, it's not the excuse me, not the kind of pussy I eat. You know that.
Okay, okay.
Wow. Okay, that weed totally went down the wrong pipe.
Oops.
Hello.
Hello. Boy, I tell you, the side chat's been quiet lately. Is anybody out there?
I'm not sure how many people are watching at the moment.
Allegedly
Although
two.
it is, yeah, one of those is almost certainly you.
Yeah.
I guess we're just that dull today.
Alrighty,
I,
it does
I don't know what to
happen.
tell you.
It does happen. Well, they probably all forgot that we existed after Sunday was off.
Yeah, you left us high and dry on Sunday.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Well, I'm not going anywhere anytime soon after this. So.
I went out this weekend.
Oh
I went.
wow.
I had lunch with some friends. That was nice.
For some reason, I feel like I went out this weekend too, but for the life of me, I can't remember what the hell I might have done.
Wasn't that long ago, Kate?
Yeah, but if I did go out, it was something so pedestrian and uninteresting that I very quickly forgot about it.
You went out to buy some nail clippers.
Seeing me going out to have lunch with friends was the first time I've done that in forever. So, like, that was a big deal for me, I guess.
Understandable. I mean, goodness knows the first time I started hanging out with people post lockdown, it was, well, it was good, but it was also very strange. Like, because there was this low grade nervousness going on,
Hmm.
you know.
Well, I haven't really had
Ooh.
friends here in Georgia either, though. So these are new people that I met. It's nice because since I moved here, I've been a prisoner in this house, so I haven't really met people.
Hi, Von
Right.
Rick.
You should make friends with some really big and burly people.
I know.
That seems like a well, plan. Um, I've never quite had anyone offer to beat someone up on my behalf, but I've seen a few people look like they wanted to after hearing some stories I've told.
Hmm.
Hmm.
True stories, mind you.
Oh, absolutely.
He's offered to just like stand there and be intimidating.
Hmm.
Like he's not tall. My father's really tall. My father's 6'4", but John is huge. Like he's muscular, so he would scare the
Well,
shit out of him.
if the videos I've seen are any indication, I can all kinds of picture that.
Yeah.
But the sheer number of times I've seen video from really deceptive angles that give the impression that someone is not quite the size they appear to be. Like I know I've talked about Zomgits. Well, I always called her Zomgits, but I guess she likes this. Oh my God, it's Chris. If you remember her,
Yeah.
she's like from Romania or something. Well, the way she would shoot her videos made her look kind of Valkyrie esque, and yet when you meet her, she's like 4'2".
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, she's minuscule. You could pick her up and throw her for a pass.
Reminds me of Noel Nugent's wife, Lucinda. She's another tiny, tiny person.
Who?
Uh,
No, no.
Noel Nugent's wife.
Oh, no illusion. Okay. Um.
Yeah, he spells it Noah Lusions,
Oh.
but it's
Yeah, I
no
remember when
illusions.
I heard the name, I was trying to map it onto Noel Plum 99 and couldn't do it, and then I had to
Uh,
ask.
yeah, he's a nice character. I like him.
Hmm.
We got to talk down in Kentucky, out on Hilton's deck after the protest was over.
You know what I wonder? Like, okay, and granted, this is again me thinking about something way too hard, but um, the word Kentucky. Now they're known for barbecue sauce, which you know, depending on what type, can be sticky. And for some reason, these sticky and tucky always like melded into my head, so that every time I think of Kentucky, I think of something sticky like barbecue sauce.
Okay, okay,
Is that weird?
sure, but
I mean,
nicely weird.
it's a long walk for a short drink of water, but that's the kind of thing that goes on in my head when I'm left to my own devices.
What always comes into
I'm
my
just
head is
saying.
yeah. What always comes into my head is bluegrass. You know
Uh,
the strain of
That's not
long grass.
that's not the kind of grass that gets into my head, but okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
But you can have the mint juleps, by the way. That's a waste of good bourbon, and I really don't even like bourbon all that much.
And mint is disgusting.
ugh, yeah. It's the idea of for some reason like drinking mint schnapps or whatever. Just the thought of it gives me a fucking headache.
Yeah, the only like in the mint family, I like wintergreen, and that's it.
Diucorostu.
Like, I don't know what the difference is exactly, but sweetened wintergreen is a delight. But like peppermint, spearmint, regular old mint, whatever, and then bleh, yuckity.
Yeah. I said that um mint chocolate chip ice cream. I don't want my ice cream to taste like toothpaste. That's weird.
Yeah. Oh man, there was this picture going around. Like, you know how everyone has those specialty flavors of like potato chips and whatever, like breakfast cereal flavored chocolate ice cream and all this crap now, right? And one of them was like the Frito Lay's potato chips, and it had toothpaste and orange juice was the flavor.
Ugh.
Oh my word.
Now, mind you, it was obviously Photoshop, so you know, don't like actually barf, but still, you know, I mean, yeah.
I don't know. You would think it would be barf worthy just hearing the name. Oh my word. I don't know.
Oh, nah. I don't think just the name alone is barf worthy.
And
I
some.
need to get going. But I will see you ladies later.
Have fun.
Well, you take care and be. Yeah.
I will try. Night, ladies.
Night, honey.
Wow, I just opened a treasure trove of horrible.
Honey flavored Nicolas Cage. The tears of my enemies. Oh man, pepperoni dog fart. There we go. That one will sell like hotcakes. 9-volt battery flavored? All right.
And I remember doing that.
Yeah, it's
I
amazing
don't
the
know.
sensation you get. It's a strong one.
Yeah. There's a lot of those out there. Like, you remember we spent a long time just going through Christian album covers and how just seriously cringy the names were?
Oh God, yes.
Well, I found like collages of horrible potato chip flavors just from doing a search.
Oh my. I don't know. I'm just not going to do the orange juice and toothpaste. Sorry.
Well, I mean, I suppose it's just because the toothpaste flavor is so overwhelming compared to the orange juice, but I've never been able to get the same effect from drinking orange juice and then brushing my teeth. It always has to be brush first, then the OJ. I mean, obviously, it's because one flavor is just so much more strong, but still, it was something that I noted because it happened and I paid attention to it at the time.
Noof boof. Oh my. Cat's asleep again. And the air conditioner is running.
Well, you'd better go catch it. Ah!
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's doing that last gasp of summer thing up here.
Oh, yeah. Like extra hot kind of last gas of summer?
Yeah, it got up over 80 today. After it had been
Mm.
down in the low 70s or high 60s.
Oh, I bet a lot of people were high in the 60s. Ah!
Uh-huh. And
Sorry.
then the temperature is going to plummet and I'm going to be in tears.
Well, if it helps make you feel any better, I'll be fine. Here in Southern California, I'll do okay. Actually, I am a little curious what's going to happen to my poor peeps up in Seattle because, well, they got a really bad winter and a really bad summer, and it's just been awful there. And, like, almost with sick fascination, I'm curious what's about to happen to those poor bastards.
Oh, excuse me, they're going to get a tsunami of ice.
I can only imagine what's going to happen to Florida.
Jeez.
I mean, they've been having, like, hurricanes and tropical storms and shit lately as it is.
Every other day.
Yep.
Don't look now, Florida's underwater.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure a lot of them wouldn't even notice. Oh, I mean, I've never actually been to like a Florida swamp. I've certainly never been to the Everglades, but I gather that there are some people living down there somehow. And, well, I don't know. It just seems like they might not notice if there was a little extra water around.
Yeah, they go zipping around on those boats with the big ass fans coming out the back.
Mm-hmm. There was an episode of The Big Bang Theory where they bought like a replica of the time machine from the original Time Machine movie. And Penny described it as looking like something Elton John would drive through the Everglades.
Okay.
And, I wouldn't have thought it, but now that it was mentioned, I can't unsee it. Because it kind of a lot looks like that.
I wonder if I can find
What?
a picture of that time machine. Big Bang Theory time machine. Oh my word. Oh my word. Looks like a bathtub.
Well, I was picturing Radar Dish, but okay.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, there's the radar dish in the back.
That's why it had that Elton John Everglades look, is because, Giant Fan has a similar shape.
Mm-hmm.
So, what, are you fascinated by the time machine, or did you just fall asleep? Is it that sounded like a TV that had gone bad? That didn't sound like snoring,
Oh
especially
my.
since he didn't have the little like the whimpering at the end of it. You know,
Yeah.
you got to have that in there.
Oh my, oh my. Been a long time since I've seen that film.
Not sure. I might actually have it on disc somewhere. I don't remember it being all that great, but I do remember being very impressed that they went to the fucking future for once.
Mm-hmm.
Like every time travel movie insists on monkeying about with the past. And I'm like, I get it, the past is a known quantity, blah de blah de blah. But if I were given a time machine, I'd go far enough ahead to get my spaceship before I did any damn thing else.
Oh my, I wonder. Do you pick the era of your destination by the binary code represented by the lights or something? I don't
I suspect they did not go that into depth when making the movie. Like, you know how there is a like a Star Trek bridge simulator?
know. Yeah, huh?
Well, you can change it up so that you are in like enterprises or Starfleet vessels from different eras. And I mean, it's primarily TNG and beyond. And I think at one point you can like decide to be Klingons or Romulans instead of Federation, whatever. But there is also an original series mode. And they have the original completely unlabeled consoles in front of you. And in VR, you have to figure out how to fly the stupid ship using these unlabeled controls. Now, there is a way to pop up labels, but if you don't know there is, it's really confusing.
Oh my, so push this button and you end up in the middle of the planet.
More or less, yeah. And I gotta say, after a while, that pinging sound that accompanied every bridge scene in Star Trek gets really irritating after a while.
Okay, yeah, I could imagine.
I mean, like, okay, here's a sci fi trope that I have to ask about. Have you noticed how every communication device in sci fi is set to speaker mode?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
The handheld communicators in Star Trek, the comm badges in later editions, the, funky microphone doohickey that Luke and 3PO used to communicate on the Death Star, and the links in Babylon 5. Everyone can hear every bit of every conversation you have, including the other side. And I'm sitting here thinking, wouldn't there be at least one device that has some sort of cone of privacy or some way to be able to make it so not everyone hears what you're saying because you might not want them to?
That would be in the Get Smart universe.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen the show. I've seen Inspector Gadget.
Okay, you have the cone of silence descending from the ceiling, and you have the two
Yeah, but I'm
domes.
talking about being out in the field. It doesn't count if it's not like on your wrist or on your belt or something.
Mm,
We're talking CBs here, not phone booths. If you see the distinction.
yes.
Okay. No, but seriously, like you'd think there'd be something where it's like, guys, I gotta take this one. Like they flick the privacy switch on the communicator and hold it up to their ear like a normal person.
And speaking of, does anybody use CB radios anymore?
I bet truckers do. I mean, unless there's like some like Mack truck live stream that goes forever and ever, I think they would have to have radios, wouldn't they? Besides, they wouldn't want to have Smokey know that they know he's out there because, you know, it was like, oh, yeah, they know that truck's coming. They heard it on the live stream. Yeah, I'm sure they still use radios. I doubt
man.
they, like, unless there's some app for a CB radio built into your cell phone. I don't know.
There's a hell of a fad. Shit, even I had a CB.
Yeah, I didn't. I was too young for it.
Yeah, I can imagine you were maybe, what, about 3 years old?
I vaguely remember some of my friends' parents having um, fuzzbusters.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the radar detector, so you could know when to slow down. I don't remember them ever actually doing any good. But like, I don't remember being in a car and having someone go, "Oop, better slow down. The radar detector went off." It never happened.
Well, those were line of sight devices, if I remember correctly, and then by the time you could see the cop could see you.
Um, well, I don't know. Maybe the radar thingy that bounces off your car was detectable even if it's not hitting your car. I don't know.
And the
All I know is what that they had the radar detector in the car,
Mhm.
and I guess they relied on it, but it never got tripped when I was in the car.
And I know that several states had criminalized their possession.
Yeah. You know, in a way, I was a little bit disappointed when I discovered that I was right and low jack was just the opposite of high jack. I was really hoping that there was more to it than that.
Oh my.
But at the same time, I guess part of why I was hoping there was more to it than that was because it just wasn't a very good pun.
Okay.
I mean, I thought it up without hearing the actual origin. I thought it was amusing for about 30 seconds, if that. And I was like, they couldn't possibly have named it for just a dad joke. They couldn't have named LoJack that for a dad. No, no one who does that. And it turns out, well, apparently the people who make LoJack do that. Because, like I said, I looked it up, and yeah, it was just LoJack, hijack. That was the joke. Also, Dave's not here, man. I don't know. I was filling the silence because it seemed like you weren't talking.
Well, I was listening.
Okay, well,
I do that
I'm
sometimes.
not in my experience, but okay. What do you want from me over here?
Shut up, Clarion.
Yeah. Put a sock in it there, Clarion.
Oh
I
my.
swear. Repeatedly.
Yes.
I don't know. Wonder, like, when I will feel comfortable to get a tattoo again, both financially and health wise.
2034.
And the question is, of the two designs I'm considering for my next tattoo, which one should be first?
The design of the cat taking a shit.
Well, as that's none of the designs I'm thinking of, I'm going to go with no.
Oh. You know.
Now, the designs I'm thinking of, well, I mean, like, okay, if you're just going to get words, what font would you choose, I wonder?
Not Comic Sans.
Well, of course not. Actually, though, that is one thing I've been thinking about is like I have a dialogue font for when I make Quinn Redshift into a graphic novel after the animation is done. But I don't have an action font, you know, a sound effects font. Like my Bamf and Snicked font.
The gachaka, 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 gachaka. Yes.
And there are a bunch of prepackaged ones out there that everyone will recognize. Now, I could do what I did with the dialogue font, which is I took a very distinctive style that didn't seem to have a font for it out there. In this case, the dialogue font used for Tintin. And the original one, not that weird foofy thing they changed it to later for the reprints. In fact, I looked high and low for that font and nobody had it. So I made my own and I'm going to be using that for the dialogue. But like, I'm thinking, why not just digitize a couple of comics and use the action fonts they have there as a template for my own?
Yeah.
Because I do have a font creator.
Oh my.
You know, it's all like points and lines, vectors, etc., etc.
Adobe.
It's no, it's called Font Forge.
Oh, I know the name. Yeah.
But I mean, it's fairly easy to use, although in some ways it's counterintuitive. But regardless, I'm fairly confident that with proper reference material, I could make a decent font.
A baptismal font.
No.
No.
I mean, it's actually kind of a fun process making a font. I mean, it can get tedious after a while if you're really sick and tired of doing it. But you know, because I mean, there are a lot of letters in the language, and remember, you got to do them twice if you're going to have lowercase. Not to mention all the punctuation. So you know, well, you have to really wanna if you're going to make a font. I mean, the fun thing to think about sometimes is there are people out there who make a living just making fonts.
I just did not realize that fonts would be popular enough that you could turn a profit on making them.
You kidding me? There's some high end fonts out there that go for hundreds of dollars a pop.
Yeah, but what kind of sales volume do you get from those?
Well, given that like some of the really popular fonts are behind paywalls, a lot. There are fonts out there that are used by just like Hollywood that will cost you a buttload of money to buy, but once you have it, you have it. And yeah, you can probably pirate it if you want to, but the point being that like seriously, it's a bigger business than you might suspect.
Okay.
I mean, seriously, there have been times where I have gone looking for certain fonts that I need to fill a certain niche. Like they have the right energy about them. They, you know, they're serif or sans serif. They have a certain like type of design where that well, I don't want to get all into it, but the point is that you know, sometimes you find the font you're looking for and it's a font that costs so much money because it's been used in very professional venues. It can be very frustrating when you find that. Fortunately, there are sites that know these professional fonts and can point you at like free or open source similar fonts, very similar in design but not exactly the same, different enough to avoid copyright or trademark infringement, but still the same vibe, the same energy.
Okay, so thermal energy rather than kinetic energy and that sort of thing.
Now, there's a website out there called What the Font. Oh, wait, no, sorry, that's the wrong one. There's a whole bunch of them out there. Is it Font Finder? No. There's this one. I wish I could remember the website, but it will put you through this series of like 100 questions to try to find the font that you're looking for.
Let us
Like,
find the font for you.
let's see. Hold on. I think it might be Identifont. Yes, identifont.com. And it's pretty cool. Like they will start you off, and this is the most fundamental question, really: serif or sans serif? Well, hell,
Mm.
why don't I just do this? A tab,
Does anybody use serif
identify
anymore?
here. Oh hell yeah! Times New Roman is still a thing.
Okay.
Um, Now, given that I tend to prefer sans serif, let's just go with that. Then, I mean, like, I'm going to put in what I like best about a font. Now, it'd be nice if you could say, like, not these. I mean, this is okay, that's okay, but hell's to the no with the other three. It doesn't let you say that. So I'll just put not sure, because why artificially limit myself? Then it's got the same thing with the $sign. I really wish I could say just not this bullshit. Any of them are fine, but not this one. you know um I will definitely go with the traditional on the ampersand.
Okay
i
then.
prefer I prefer no spur or tail on my G's. Like you may notice, I really like the largely unadorned fonts, the ones that don't have, like, you look at this thing. This looks almost like a serif font, you know. But I tend to prefer the smoother ones. Um, I can go either way on the M. So either way. Um, Now I would definitely prefer that it meet at the vertical with or without a gap on the K. Let's make sure that the J, the capital J, mind you, sits on the baseline. And you can see how they have all these suggestions over here. Hey, look, Comic Sans. Yeah, I kind of like this Burlingame one here. That's kind of neat. Like it manages to be curvy and angular at the same time. Where the Century Gothic is mostly just curvy.
Moo.
Definitely want the parallel on the M. Let's have a closed 4, please. Um, you know, I could go circular or square and rectangle on the question mark, but not this bullshit. Let's just put not sure. Actually, this EF linear looks kind of cool. You know what it reminds me of is the font they're using on the Dune posters. Not exactly, but similar.
Nastapetitie.
Oof. I think I'd rather go with the smooth curve. I don't know. The sharp angle on the 3 looks goofy. Oh no, double story G. Screw that crap. I prefer the like the vertical stem there to this, but I don't necessarily want to artificially limit myself. There could easily be a good one out there that uses the funky. Um, I'd prefer the flat section, but I can go either way. Lowercase l. I'm torn on this one. The only thing is, like, can it be mistaken for an uppercase I?
Oh yeah.
You know?
I hate when that happens.
I guess I'll just go not sure, but definitely no bar on the stupid J. I'd rather have the R have the straight edge there. Definitely no stem or serif on the lowercase u. Um, I like the no bar and the bar to the left, but not these two. I guess I got to go not sure. Oh, we will meet at the vertical on the P for sure. And you can see it's starting to get narrowed down a bit. I'd rather have the single-sided F, but I hate to limit myself, so let's go angled on the Y. Solid. Okay, what style is the uppercase I? Because I do prefer it without the serifs and the bars, but again, I don't want to have it be confused with a lowercase l. The tail on the J. See, I want any curve. Oh, well, okay, curve without the upper serif. Let's do that. Well, now I'm down to 1. Ooh, I like this. Right? And then it gives you the places where you can get that font, but most of these are places where it's going to cost you money. But you can see it's got even show more similar fonts, and it's got this long list here of similar fonts. It's like 30 of them. So depending on what you're looking for. And you can also do the upload a picture and it'll try to detect it thing.
Okay.
And fonts by name, fonts by blah, blah, blah. So, for an artist who needs their own script and text and stuff, or at least something that hasn't been seen 1,000 times before, it's a decent resource.
Cyrillic calligraphy.
Oh,
No.
somebody's wanting a link in the chat there.
Oh, hello. I can all see.
There you are.
Hey, you got it there?
Let's see. So,
Then did you get that over there? The link? Did you go?
I put it in the chat.
Oh, tapis tayo karuso da batante ay kare. No yo karuso da batante ya kara.
Okay, hush.
Hush, hush. Thought I heard a call my name now. Anyway.
Yeah, okay. My brain went to voices carry, but never mind.
Now, ver S to this, to finding, to making, on the
What?
on the thing there with the
What? What are you talking about?
the thing, the link thing, and all that stuff.
You mean the one I put in the chat?
No, the one I'm trying to put over here.
I don't know.
I don't know. Costanie. Aya coresta. Feta
Right.
caresta.
Okay.
No, that was not a good thing. No. So that is the egg thing. Now it is the egg thing and the og thing. Yes, that's what it's doing, and it's working.
What?
I don't know either.
Well, you're the one who was saying it.
Yeah, but I never know what I'm talking about.
Okay, but you're saying it to all of us, and we don't know what you're talking about either, and it's making it kind of awkward.
Because I like.
Yeah, okay.
Even the cat thinks I'm weird.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, dear. The kitty thinks the human is strange. Yeah. Oh, Lord.
You know what I was thinking about was what superheroes haven't been done. I mean, it seems like every animal has been taken already, except ones that clearly would not be any good in a fight. And like every device and origin story, it's just like how do you come up with an original superhero who follows the typical mold of like Batman, Spider-Man, Iron Man, Superman, etc., very traditional superhero thing. I mean, where is original to be found in there? I wonder.
Could you have Super Earthworm?
There's already a video game called Earthworm Jim.
Oh, okay. I did not know this.
Yeah, well, that's because you were a kid way too early.
Randy is here.
Hi, Kate. Hi, Diana.
Hello.
Yay.
How are you?
You keep talking about Aldous Font as a author, and it's just like, yep, I know what you're talking about. I might not agree with every letter that you got going on, but it's like man, this stuff is so sexy because it all has a value of emotion for what the art that you're trying to portray. So, if you got a yeah, just like your titles on your movies, you got a horror classic or whatever, you know damn well it's going to run down the screen like either green or red blood just
Hmm.
dripping or, a sci-fi kind of thing. It's going to be a lot of times it's like a Tron, with a lot of lines and shit like that. It's sci-fi. So,
Well, I mean, I've got
those are the kind of
the
things.
credits for Quinn Redshift. I've redone them multiple times. I'm pretty happy with what I've got now, but yeah.
Oh, you got a lot of good responses off of that?
No. I'm just saying that I've redone the credits, the opening credits, multiple times because for a while there it was pretty pedestrian.
Oh.
Now it looks really epic. So
Oh,
yeah,
I see. You've gotten into the editing mode and it's really catching up here how to do it professionally, and it looks a lot better.
that's not what I was saying, but okay.
No? Okay.
No, what I was saying was that just
Yeah, but
the
if you get
literal
in, oh, go
words,
ahead. Sorry.
like the literal credits, the words you read as like starring fill in name, as that's going, it like I mean, I did it in a special way. It used to just be like, words up on the screen, maybe a little extra like flash to them. But now they really look like a 1980s sci-fi flick. I've redone them at least 3 times, if not more.
Hmm. Yeah, as far as that kind of stuff goes, even self-editing books, I went through my stuff like 3 to 5 different times, and there were still things that need to be picked out of it, and even after editors. But at some point, you got to stop being a perfectionist and go, okay, when you're first starting off, there's going to be a couple mistakes. You can't, if you put too much work into it, you're going to erase the whole thing.
Well, I like
So
what
I
I've got
decided,
now.
hey, just let it be. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, like I'm saying, sooner or later, you just got to just call it. Okay, this looks cool, and this is what's going to stay. And just deal with the consequences afterwards because it is your personal creation. And you don't want it to change from your personal creation because somebody else has a rule that you don't, follow. But yet it looks cooler than like the English text rules that you should follow. You know how it is. You got your modern language and you got your old language, and you got your grammar study books and all that stuff, and you do all the credits, you do your whatever the hell you're doing, and it's all taught by old school and even all the old programs, but they don't have a lot of the modern words and modern languages and the context in which it comes. So it's not quite going to be as popular, as the old hoity-toity shit that's supposed to be, analytically correct as far as the English language. But if you're satisfied with what you've created, then by all means release it in that manner. And if you get questions later on, I've actually answered these things about my books, my speeches, films that I've been in. And it's like, what, okay, let's analyze it then. Why is it that way? And then I opened up the minds of many who just didn't understand where I was going. Same thing with like a Quentin Tarantino kind of thing. That is a weird son of a bitch right there. But he's got a lot of quality films because they are different than the norm.
Okay, then.
Well, I mean, that's one thing. I was actually having almost an argument with someone about this. Is that I think audiences are actually hungry for something out of the norm, and usually always are. Which is why
Mhm.
when something like, say, M. Night Shyamalan comes along and shakes things up a bit, all of a sudden that gets super popular. Why? Because it's new. But then Hollywood beats that horse to death.
Yep.
And it's like now people want something new, but Hollywood keeps trying to cash in on the same thing over and over and over, and it gets really old.
Case in point, the Meteor movies. Like, what was that one with Bruce Willis in it?
Oh, we were just talking
Um,
about that. It's like Deep Impact or something.
yeah, something
Armageddon,
like that. Yeah, and there's like
Armageddon.
10 different
I think it
Meteor
was called Armageddon.
Armageddon. Yeah, I think Deep Impact was what was Deep Impact was with Samuel. Was it? No, no, it was
Morgan Freeman.
black guy who does all
Morgan
the
Freeman.
Morgan Freeman. Yeah, and then there were 6 or 10 cheesy ass sci-fi movies doing the same thing. Everybody was just copying off of each other within the past within a 2-year time span of this one movie that came out.
Mm-hmm.
It was
It's
so
the same thing with
ridiculous. Everybody
zombies
got
and
sick of
then
it real quick.
zombie movies, virus movies.
Yeah, they all go in spurts.
Yeah. Constantly. There was
They
even a
do
time
this
where
in
there was more
books,
than one volcano
films.
movie out.
Oh yeah, yeah. I would like some more stripper movies, personally.
Sorry, did you say stripper movies?
I'm sure you would too. Yes.
All right. I'm trying to think of more than
It-
2.
oh, okay. Well, I guess we're just gonna have to go to the nudie bar, find out for ourselves.
Oh darn.
Nabbit.
I've never actually
Yeah,
been to a
just
strip club.
shucks and stuff. Really?
Really. The closest I can
Wow.
come, like, okay, some friends of mine were getting married, and they're like, "Gee, do we invite Kate to the bachelor or bachelorette party? Because she's gonna want to see the naked chick, but that's only with the guys." And so I ended up going to both and seeing the stripper for the bachelor party is the closest I've come to a strip club.
Oh yeah, that's nowhere near a club. You go to a strip club, you see you see like a dozen actors out there doing their thing, dancing around, and you get great music. And on Tuesday nights, everybody has buffalo wings. Don't miss Tuesday nights. There's an awful lot of C-section scars going on, but Tuesday nights has the wings.
Where is
Just
this?
saying. Just about everywhere in the United States.
Um, well, I do like wings. I mean, that's why I drink so
Yeah,
much
they're good,
Red
aren't
Bull.
they? Especially with ranch.
I don't like ranch.
Shit.
I
Oh,
like the
but
spicy
yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
The buffalo.
Do you like it mild or do you like them hot?
Well, that's a moving target, but I do like pretty spicy food. I mean, like, let's put it this way: I
Ah.
do like to go to the Indian restaurant and tell them to max it out for me.
Oh, on the curry?
Yeah. I mean,
I
granted,
I have never went.
when
We
I'm
don't
done
have
eating
those
it,
in
I'll need a
Michigan.
shower because I'll have sweated out basically all of the moisture in my body. But yeah.
But it was worth it, right?
Oh yeah.
Yep. I agree. I like stuff like that too. And unless so a lot of things I don't know what it is, but I got a deviated septum that the upper one, that goes into your sinuses, not the one that's right here, the roof of your mouth, but the other one that what the fuck ever. The doctor says, "Hey, if that ain't a problem for you, it ain't a problem for me." And I'm like, I didn't say it was a problem or not. What? Either way, I choke on half the shit that I eat because for some odd reason I can't swallow without it going up into my sinuses. Sinuses drain. I'm constantly coughing. I'm constantly having problems with this. And spicy food, I just always have to have a slice of bread or something with it, or a little bit of milk off to the side, even though I just love the hell out of it. The spices are great, and tasting the peppers and the smokiness, all that stuff, just fantastic. But as soon as my raw throat starts coughing, I'm done. I've had too many operations and too much shit going on with me, even though I love the things that are hurting me. It, I just gotta have to be, think about it ahead of time before I go enjoy myself. Kind of like a condom.
I'll go right ahead and take your word for that.
Okay.
Well, I mean, how many condoms do you think I've used in my life? I mean, lesbian, remember?
I'm gonna say 4.
I don't think so.
Is that right? Did I get it?
No.
Okay, 3. Did I get it?
And we're discounting use as water balloons.
Oh. 7.
You realize this isn't a real number. I have no idea if I've. Well,
I know it.
I'm not sure how many times I've even touched an unwrapped condom, let alone one that was out of the wrapper.
Yeah, they're gross. But a lot of times they don't work. Like, I think I got a few kids out there that I'm not supposed to know about, but people have, found out a few things and like, la 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 la.
Right.
Blues man don't care.
Okay.
Until the mother actually comes up to me and says, "Hey, this is your kid," then I don't have any concerns, and it's not because I want to go find out and make them do or say or admit anything so I can see a kid. It's just like I know a lot of women who've had kids that did not want the father to be in their life at all. And when it comes to me being a blues musician and an alcoholic and not giving a shit about many people, I don't blame them one damn bit. Not one bit. I'm not good for raising children. It's just, what am I going to do? Tell these dad jokes and throw them some bubble gum or something? Say, here, grow up. Well, I don't. It's just not a good match. It's no wonder.
I wonder about those folks who go around like selling sperm. Like, how many dumbass kids do they
Where
have
do I do that?
just because they did that only because they needed the money for it,
Right. And it's usually, somebody who shouldn't be doing that in the first place. Like myself, for instance, I'm sick as hell with a lot of different shit. My DNA is definitely flawed. Why the hell would I want to go out and do that to somebody else? As long as I remember, especially that I have a child who's about 24 years old with autism. He's like a little Rain Man, and he's going to have a hard time the rest of his life, especially because he's going to be in his mother's house, which is a cum guzzling thunder cunt, for the rest of his life. He might have graduated from high school, but he's still going to the special needs schools. The knowledge isn't going to do anything because he cannot socially be active in public because of his autism and because of his mother's, overprotectiveness and everything. He's never going to be a full man because of the attitude that she had against me. He doesn't know anything about my side of the family whatsoever. And it's just breaks my heart every damn day. But what the hell am I going to do? There's so much strife and trouble throughout that entire scenario with courts and all that stuff that it's like I just need to walk away from it before I go to prison for killing everybody and everything. That's the only solution. Just walk away.
Well, it wouldn't work so
And
well.
I feel terrible about it.
Hmm.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Kate.
No, never mind, never mind.
It's just that I don't go see him because I don't want to kill his mother in front of him, and I fucking will. And I don't care about what people say about consequences and don't do this and don't do that, and that's the wrong frame of mind. I've already lived the consequences and suffered greatly. And it destroyed my son's future as well, because there's no business empire he can inherit. There's none of the shit that I had planned out. It's just everything was just destroyed based on straw man fantasies on that side. So it doesn't matter. The law backs that up, and everybody's bad inherently instead of good. So this character that exists is not like the other character that they think exists. So this character has to step away just in order to be alive. And I hope everybody here can understand that. Because the courts are definitely biased, and they will admit it. So parenting in the United States is just a pain right in the ass. Okay, how the hell did I get on this subject? We were talking about font. What the hell? I like
have
Old
no
English, don't
idea.
you?
I'm completely lost.
I like the Old English font in my journals and stuff, but when I actually write things for in a book, I do it in 12 Roman, Times New Roman, or whatever the hell it is.
I prefer to go with Arial.
Oh, that too. That's a good one.
It's a little less old-timey.
Yeah, well, you know me, I like the old timey stuff. That's why I love writing in calligraphy and send Diana. Diana,
Yeah, we're here. We're
send her some books and stuff. Okay, how are you doing this evening? Other than just wiped right the hell out.
Yeah, we're.
Right.
Huh,
Okay.
that sounds like my dinner.
Yeah, pretty much. It will be my dinner shortly.
I had a dinner that was.
That always happens to dinner. It goes in as dinner and comes out as.
You're right. Why the hell is that? Maybe it's biology. I don't know. I'm not smart.
Biology.
Yeah, that too. Holy crap. I can't remember any cheesy dad jokes. Can you, Kate?
I'm sure I can if I really like. When like 1,000 puns and jokes and stuff, right up until someone asks you for one.
Right. And it's like,
Oh, I see. Skeptic Mafia's asking.
yeah, I'm kind of the opposite. I am the type of comedian that is an interactive comedian. Like, this reminds me of that joke, and then I'll tell it. But
that's different. That's different.
when
I mean,
somebody
when someone
asks me-
like just cold says, "Oh, you like puns, do you? Tell me a pun, quick! Tell me a pun, quick!" Like that.
Oh, yeah, and
Punya.
Rutabaga.
you want to slap them. I get that every damn day at the corner gas station. I go and get an iced tea or whiskey or whatever the hell I get. Hey, what's the new joke for today? And I'm like, your face.
Hmm.
Right? Because I can't think of anything. No, seriously, what's the new joke of the day? And it'll take me a while standing in line to think of a good joke that they might not have heard. And I have to do this every single day. I have to come up with a new joke because they will hold the line of customers up until I tell the joke. I have no idea what's up with these local stores of mine. But they just, it's like, just move along, will you? I'm not that funny, for fuck's sakes. But I walk in there with
I
my
got a
fedora.
joke for you. I got a joke for you.
Okay.
What's the difference between the United States and an airplane? Give up. The airplane's right wing isn't trying to crash it out of spite.
Oh, shit. Yeah. True.
Just saying.
I'm still trying to think of one. Yeah, but that's, in general, that's pretty true.
Yeah, Skeptic Mafia, I thank you for reminding me. I've got to get hold of Tria because she might have said something about tomorrow. I'll just see if
What's
we're gonna-
happening tomorrow?
QPR show.
Oh, right. Okay.
I have to see if that's
So
gonna.
every time I hear that, like first my brain goes, wait, there's a P in between the Q and the R, so it's not Quinn Redshift, and it's not NPR, it's QPR. So what the fuck? Every time.
And it's not Home Shopping or whatever that other network was. What was
QVC.
there it is.
And it's not uh QVC QPC. What QVC is the pipe.
Oh, PVC.
PVC, thank you.
Yeah.
Brain not working.
Yeah. Yep.
Then there were those guys in the Vietnam War, the VC.
They started.
You know
out,
the ones I mean.
They started out as Charlie. Then they were Chuck. And then by the time the war was over, they were Sir Charles.
Really? I thought
Okay,
Charlie was the enemy.
What the hell are you talking about?
Charlie was the enemy. Yeah, Victor Charlie.
Yeah.
So how did they get from there to Sir Charles? Was it a code thing that they were changing?
It was this was a veteran that was telling me this, and I guess it became a term of respect for these guys who just dug in and fought. I mean, hey, they essentially ejected the U.S. from their country.
Well, look how many wars they had before that. I mean, they got rid of China, they got rid of Russia, they got rid of everyone because of their tactics. And this is a teeny tiny little country, Vietnam.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm pretty sure they deserve to be honored for their stoutness in war and protection.
But what have the Romans ever done for us?
Pizza.
Cemetery
aqueduct.
pizza.
Yeah.
Roads, medicine. I don't know.
Outhouses.
One of these days, I got to memorize that list in order.
That was a fun film.
Still is a fun film.
And it's one I've actually seen.
Imagine.
Which film was that?
Life of Brian. Monty Python.
Oh yeah. And I'm still trying not to worship shoes to this day.
What's this about shoe on head?
Because that was the pun. Well, they had the scene where, Brian was running away from all these people who were trying to worship him because they thought that he was the savior. And then he dropped one of his sandals. Oh, look, he wants to worship the shoe.
Yes, but
And they're like, no, he doesn't want us to worship the shoe. He wants to. Yeah, they were arguing about what the Savior wanted them to do. And he's just shaking his head, and then running. These people are so stupid. And it was true. That's how they act. Just make up whatever the hell they want. This is what the deity wants us to do. And every answer to that is incredibly stupid. Incredibly stupid. It has nothing to do with humanity whatsoever.
Oh, the huge manatee.
Thank you, Kate.
Well,
Tell all the
someone
rest of the
has to say
ladies.
it.
Yeah. Harmonica Man. Invite me to your show. Nah, I'm just kidding.
He needs a venue.
I do. I might be going to Canada here pretty soon. I got a couple of them here in my hometown, but there's some Canadians who want me to go up there and play. And it's like, that's because you know metric. You're goofy.
Was the border open now?
I see the heart. I don't know. Not that it matters to me. All I got to do is row across Lake Superior and I'm there. Might take me 3 days, but
I wonder when I'll be able to get up to Canada again. I do like parts of it. And, it'd be fun to visit Neil.
Yeah, I would.
yeah, it would, I think. Party boss.
Never been on a party bus either. I think that'd be fun too.
Bring condoms.
I'm not gonna.
I know, I'm just teasing. Okay, saran wrap. How's that?
Where you
Just-
people are
you're
doing
hating
this
me now,
on
aren't you?
purpose.
Yeah, but I've never been to Canada.
Oh, really?
I think it would be great to go up there. Yeah, I've never been out of country. I've been around it on like the east side of the Rockies, just about everywhere south of New York and all the western and midwestern states. I played in just about every one of them. But as far as Canada and the other side of the Rockies, I'm missing out on it. Because that's like a what do you call bucket list kind of thing? Go look at the forests and all that crap, you know.
I've spent very little time in any of the flyover states.
As well you
Mm.
should.
I don't blame you. There's nothing there.
And every time I
Mhm.
went, it was for like an atheist convention or something.
Yeah, but there's generally not much there except for little tidbits along the way of the highway that, oh, look, settlers came this way and Daniel Boone and Davy Crockett and blah, blah, blah. And it's like you see a pile of logs and, okay, let's keep flying. Let's just go right past. We know what log cabins look like. And it's not going to impress us any just because it was 100 years earlier.
And to think
Sorry,
that,
I
How's
fell
this?
down
It's
a
another string.
font rabbit hole.
and to think that they preserved Stephen Foster's log home on the Pitt campus.
I don't know who Stephen Foster's is. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Don't take the bait. She said that just to make us ask who it is so she could explain it.
I thought everybody knew. Oh,
Very
Susanna.
well, then.
They don't.
Oh, Susanna.
Is he the one who made the? Oh, so it's not the Foster's beer.
No.
The guy who wrote the folk song.
Yeah, let's see that one. I think My Old Kentucky Home is another one.
Yeah, you
And
know that's like
what the
hillbilly
hell is it?
music,
The
right?
Canal.
Moo?
You know that's hillbilly music, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't be listening to that. Just it's not my kind of music. The genre of music is I don't like the sound of it.
Yeah, I want to hear a little bit of Twisted Sister here pretty soon. I don't know. I've had a few shots and I really want to rock.
Yeah, I've come to realize that weed is far more effective if I'm not doing anything other than being high. Just put a pillow down and sack out, maybe put some tunes on, I don't know. And that's the only way it's good. If I try to like have it here, maybe I'll get a little high while I'm interacting with people, but it's not going to be like, just losing it high. And why did my phone just blat at me?
Yeah. No, that was me. I'm so sorry. It was one of my other musicians. I'm getting some new gigs and everything, and they're trying to consort. Um, oh, cool. I don't know where Wolverine, Michigan is, but I guess I'm gonna have to be there because it's about a $3,000 show, and I get quite a bit of it.
Ooh.
Not bad.
Wolverine, Michigan. Hmm.
No,
I
the most
wonder
I've ever
what
made was
the
in
high
House of Blues
school
in Chicago.
mascot
and I was
is
super-
there
I bet you it's a badger.
in Wolverine, Michigan. Okay.
Yeah, it's gotta be. You just got. We're talking about Michigan here, the land of the stupid. I just got done talking about my with my sister talking about how her son just got a vaccination and he's got his left arm is numb and all this other stuff, and they're blaming it on this vaccination thing. And it's like, well, if that is the case, then it is a very rarity. It's an exception, not the rule. And of course, she's with right wing religious propaganda completely and scared of everything, including her own shadow. But I'm wrong somehow because I listen to people like actual like scientist Mel, who knows what the hell she's talking about. But that's just my opinion, so I'm wrong. But yet the wrongness has been going on so damn long in her family. Her son is actually in the damn hospital now because of it. And it's probably not because of the vaccination. It's probably because of something else. But and I'm like, pull your head out of your ass. You don't know. And you refuse to know. But yet here you are going through all this, and yet you're still stern on how it's going to be somebody else's fault or science's fault and all this other shit. And yet, the blood of the lamb has not protected any of you. How stupid are you going to get? When are you going to pull your head out of your ass?
How many people take
And the
that
answer
blood of the
was,
lamb
leave me
stuff
the hell alone.
literally, I wonder.
Just very, very, very few.
When
But
was,
still,
when was the last time
I'm just tired of my family and their excuses and their bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have to
Sorry.
wonder. When was the last time somebody sacrificed a goat in their backyard? It happens,
Well,
right?
I would have thought they'd do it in the public square, wouldn't they?
I don't know.
I mean, I suppose it depends on what you're sacrificing it for. I mean, I'm sure that there are some probably like Abrahamic rituals that involve sacrificing goats, but I'm sure there's probably just as many, if not more, pagan versions where you have to sacrifice goats.
Uh-huh.
There's only one reason why I would do something like that is to be a sinner and boil it in its mother's blood and milk,
Hmm.
just to be spiteful.
Goat stew. Sounds tasty, actually. I've never had goat.
Yeah, goat's not bad. It's like venison.
Oh, I love venison.
I guess I must have
It
had
tastes
goat
just
at some
exactly like
point.
venison.
I mean, because I've eaten at like Greek restaurants, kebab shops, that kind of thing. I'm sure at some point goat was
Mhm.
on the menu.
Yeah, probably was.
Uh, I can't imagine it
But
tastes
lamb
all
is,
that different from
mixed with
lamb.
beef is the main. Actually, it really does. Lamb is extremely strong. That's why they mix it with beef and fat.
Oh,
Lamb is so strong that they purposely add garlic and mint jelly to it just to sweeten it up a little bit, just so you don't gag on the strongness of the meat.
Mm.
hmm.
But still, I love lamb.
Oh, it's
Well,
good. It's so good.
But
And that's
lamb,
for food, you
there's
perverts.
there's a
Nothing else.
spice that it's five spice. It's called that overwhelms every dish I've
Hmm.
ever put it in. And I mean, I'm talking like just barely enough to lightly cover my pinky tip, and the entire dish just tastes of it. It's the strongest spice in the
I agree. I
world.
have some. Yep. And what's good about it is, if you want a good, like a Oriental flavor in some of your American, like beef broth or whatever, just a little sprinkle on it, and and then you get the little sweet tea flavor in your beef broth or whatever, and it really makes a good lighter taste. Not so goopy and
Well,
stuff. You know what I
that's
mean?
part of the thing is that five spice smells exactly like chai tea tastes.
Yep. Yep. So don't use, so ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, don't use a shitload. You'll be sorry.
chai tea. Isn't that redundant? No?
Nobody
I don't know.
cares. Nobody cares. Honestly, they don't.
Kate's shutting you down
Uh,
No.
before you get rolling. Oh, Panda
Well, I don't
Bears.
know what you were expecting.
Yeah, it's just hilarious the way you two go about things because you know each other so well that you anticipate the conversation and it's like, nope, nope, cutting you off right here. It's fucking funny.
Well, I've already described this as an old married couple.
Yeah, and I say it's more like those two
Yeah.
roommates who can't get along.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
the Madison Unger
the oddballs.
complex. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, Jack Lemmon was brilliant in that, I think. And Walter
Oh,
Matthau, he is one of my favorite actors.
absolutely.
Just, I mean, the guy, he just walked, I mean, just bits of shit come out of his mouth. Where's my shoes? I can't remember. Where are my shoes? You put them somewhere, didn't you, son of a bitch? It's like, what the hell are you talking about, you mumbling fool? But he was pretty good at that.
But Mehta was great in Hopscotch. If you've seen that one.
Oh, I don't remember him in that.
Um,
The latest one that they did, Grumpy Old Man. Holy shit, those two were hilarious.
oh yeah.
Before they died, they had the Grumpy Old Men series, and that was just hilarious. Me and my buddy used to go around. We'd get up, we'd go to work or whatever, and we'd punch in, hey, dickhead, hey, putz. Everybody's like, what the hell are you doing? Oh, we're grumpy old men. We don't mean it. We're just having fun.
You know, you should get stooling on that.
Oh man.
I
I mean,
wouldn't be
if
able to
anyone in
understand
this
what
group
he's
is a
saying.
grumpy old man, it's Stool.
Yep. I think somebody did put a fish under his seat once.
But he's our stool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it or not.
Yep.
Wow, that's getting bad. I need to shave my head again.
Oh no.
Well, I think it's illegal to shave someone else's
I
unless
don't
they
know.
give you permission.
Yeah, I'd do that, if she was the right person. Well, she's got to have the knockers leaning up against me in order to do that. You know what I mean?
Moo.
I need to smell the endorphins
Hmm.
while my hair is getting cut in order for it to be logical.
Okay. Never really thought of endorphins and haircuts in the same thought, in the same thought chain even.
Okay, have you ever smelled someone's hair and got extremely horny?
No.
Can't say that I
Wow,
have.
you're missing out.
But you have to remember, of course, I'm also demisexual, so I
Huh.
don't really feel any really sexual vibes at all, unless there's already romantic attraction there.
Well, right, yeah, that's true. I am a slave to my biology sometimes, even though I logic myself out of the stupidity. But once in a while, my biology will take over, and it's like, wow, that just knocks me off my feet. What the hell's that all about? And it's about 3:50.
Okay. Sorry, you lost me on the it's about
But yeah,
350 part.
yeah, I know it was a stupid joke. I'm sorry, but yeah, my biology kind of takes over from time to time. Good thing I'm 52, and it just like, who cares? You know, that chick's really hot, but you know what? I can throw my back out.
Hmm.
So,
Yes.
nah.
Hmm.
I'm really attracted to that person, but you know what? I'm tired, and I'd rather have some lemon pie. That's the age I am now. I just don't give a shit. I just
You
like to make
know,
fun of everything.
it suddenly occurs to me that I actually have no idea what in the hell meringue is.
It is a sugar egg white topping that has been mixed to extreme RPM in order to make a fluffiness, and then put on top of a pie. And then when you bake it, it makes it solid, like a semi-solid, and with brown peaks on top from it baking. So you get the sugar crust upon the sugar. It's like a sugar crust basically on top of the pie, which blends nicely with the actual pudding, lemon, whatever, perfectly.
Sorry, I wasn't listening. Can you start that from the beginning and do it again? I'm kidding, of
Okay,
course. I'm kidding, of course.
you shit, you. This is why I like you, you fuck.
I mean, seriously, anyone who doesn't yet know that I'm a complete rat bastard deserves what they get.
Agreed. Same here. Big dummy telling dad jokes. You don't like it,
Naprożnie.
you know.
Yeah, rutabaga.
Yeah,
What?
and other tubers too, for Pete's sakes.
Hmm. I suppose a really big potato would be a threeber.
Yes.
A three, yeah, yeah, it would.
At least a slightly oversized potato.
Now I want a rutabaga. God damn it.
Now, okay, maybe this is just me being weird like usual, but Um, are tubers in any way related to tuberculosis?
No.
Okay. Well, it's just,
Tuberculosis
they
is
sound
a
similar.
lung disease that people. Yeah, they do, don't they?
Well, I mean, you'd be surprised
Uh-oh.
the number of things where they have like the medical technical terminology doesn't sound very intuitive to an English speaking ear. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
So I mean, it wouldn't shock me to discover
Well, history.
that tubers were named for something that's shaped similarly to the bit of us that gets tuberculosis or some shit. I don't know.
or other. Maybe they're polyps or something that's on the lung that looks like tubers. You know, the treatment for tuberculosis is go camp out in the high mountains for 6 months. Did you know that?
Okay.
The Stanley Steamer car industry, and they also used to own Kodak Film. And they sold out and started making these steam cars, and then they went and made the Stanley Hotel in Colorado because the doctors said go to the high Colorado Rockies and get your lungs and exercise and stay there for as long as you can. And it cured tuberculosis. One of them kept the hotel, the other one made the cars. And I've been in that hotel, and that's the same one, and I've stayed in the same room Stephen King stayed in, where he wrote The Shining. It was about that hotel in Colorado. Unfortunately, the movie didn't show that hotel in Colorado. It showed one in Switzerland, because it was abandoned. So it was a great, nice, beautiful picture to have the movie. So left field upon left field upon left field.
Yeah, I like cheese too.
Yeah, me too. That fucker man on the moon. He's a greedy bastard. He's got most of that up there.
Yeah. But all that cheese has gone bad because it's green.
Green and gray. If it goes past green and turns gray, don't eat that shit. Ladies and gentlemen in the audience, don't eat gray cheese.
Right.
You will be fucked.
And not in a good way.
It's no longer cheese. It's more like a compound of mysterious molecules that'll kill you.
They won't let me have cheese anymore.
Okay, you need. Did you make your own? What do you call it there? Your icon that you got on the screen right now. Did you make that yourself?
Mine, yeah. Well, sort of. It's actually based on a photograph of mine. I used one of those phone apps that makes it cartoonified, but then I had to take it into Photoshop to put the flag behind it.
Oh, I didn't know that there was such a thing. I might do that too, wearing the fedora and all that, the blues man, blah, blah, blah. And all. Good, because I think that's pretty cool.
It is.
It's cute as hell, too, the way you did that.
Yeah,
and I think I want to get something like that too, just for cause.
I've had a lot of people tell me that, like, of all of these cartoon face changer thingies they've seen, that mine comes the closest to matching the actual person.
Yeah, it does. And see, that's what I told you. You're cute as hell, and so is your cartoon. But just don't eat any paste, because that would be bad.
I wish I looked half as good as my avatar.
Really?
Really? It'd be better than what I got
I think
going
you're pretty
on
darn
now.
close. You know, if I was a woman and a lesbian, I'd probably chase your ass down. I think you're pretty damn good looking. Especially
Well,
with that shirt with the stars on it. You know what I'm talking about, right?
no.
Okay, never mind then.
Okay.
It's just me being a drunken pervert. I just trying to be funny. Never mind.
All right.
You know, I met a lady a couple weeks ago. She thought that I was just a cat's ass, and it's because she was my cousin's girlfriend. They pull up in the yard, drunker and shit, and he's like, "Hey, meet my cousin Randy." And then she jumps out and went to shake my hand, and I pulled out a rubber chicken.
Like you do.
And then after that, yeah, just normal. And then she's like, "Oh my god, I love this guy," and it's like, "Whoa, nutty woman." Get the hell away from me. I don't know who you are. She's like, yeah, but you just pulled out a rubber chicken out of your pocket. That's just the coolest thing ever. And it's like, if you don't got a whoopee cushion right now, you need to get the fuck out of my yard. That's just how I roll. I'm an asshole comedian.
Oh, that's all right. I mean, I don't believe in all of that astrology crapola, but I'm a Sagittarius and I'm
No.
definitely a horse's ass. So,
Oh, that would explain it. You're a Crabby ass.
sure.
I was born under the 13th sign.
I'm
of the
just teasing,
zodiac.
Kate. I know, but
Okay.
I'm a Virgo myself. I was born on September 9th, 1969 at 9 a.m. And everything, and my driver's license, my address, social security number, everything that I ever have has a bunch of nines in it. Everything. I can't even order a damn dinner without it being number 9.
Number 9?
I get on everybody's shows. There's
Okay.
8 likes. I gotta hit it because it's gonna say number 9 as soon as I hit like, and that's
Well, you
everybody's
know-
shows here.
You should start making a
Weird.
living with love potions.
Yes.
Yeah, I should. I know the song and I can play it. I will not kiss that cop though on 34th and Vine. That son of a bitch, he's got a billy club. Not kidding.
Didn't think you were.
You met him too, eh?
B.
See.
12.
I is A plus.
Okay. Okay, new topic. Now that we're getting lost, what shall we talk about next?
Something to do with clowns. Why are people scared of clowns? Like, I don't like them very much, but I don't get the fear.
Well, possibly
I don't either.
because they try to incite
Maybe because it's.
Maybe it's just an
I think
uncanny
it's the
valley
general
thing.
deception. It's a general deception of not being human in a fake drawn attitude. So it's a nefarious background, I believe, that people are mostly scared of, and especially kids. Hey, that doesn't look like a human face. You know, that looks like, Randy's cousin Daryl.
Well, that's what I mean. It's like it might be just an uncanny valley thing where it's like it sort of looks vaguely human, but it's just off enough to make you go, ugh.
Kind of like Nadine down at the farmer's market selling duck eggs. You know, she gets tired of me calling her Bigfoot.
Wouldn't you?
No, because I think it's sexy.
Okay, if you say so.
No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, this woman, she's got teeth so crooked she can eat a corn cob through a knot hole in a picket fence.
Sure.
Okay, you're next. Tell a cheesy joke. It's your turn.
Well, I already told a joke before, remember? It's Diana's turn.
Oh, that's right. Diana's got to come up with something now.
Well,
Yeah.
do you have any Norwegian Jarlsberg
Not on the spot or nothing.
You could at least
Venezuelan
come up
beef.
with an original
Cheese?
joke.
No Venezuelan beaver cheese?
No.
Not that I'm aware of. Now I want cheese. Damn it. We've mentioned cheese about 37 times since I've been here on the air with you.
You've
Now
been
I want
counting.
cheese.
Now you've been counting.
It doesn't matter
So, are you saying you're a
Which-
bit cheesed off
which
then?
kind. A little bit.
Okay.
Que esta barradia.
That reminds me, my balls itch. Anyway,
Take a belt.
Oh, I
sander
like
to 'em,
cheese
that'll
taste.
do it.
yeah, it will. I'll see you in 3 days. Hubba hubba. Anyway. Yeah, I like the cheese and the wine tastings and everything, and a little bit of caviar and just the crackers and snacks. I just don't get too carried away with it anymore like I used to when I was young. It's just I show up for the sociality of the society, and it's usually, I don't know, I get along with the people, but I really don't make real good friends with them because it's not that they outclass me or anything. It's just they just don't know how to have fun. They just don't know how because they're too busy being uppity. I just like going out and having a good time, telling dirty jokes, drinking a little bit, playing my music is the best thing. And it takes a certain crowd to do that, and it sure as hell isn't an ivory tower having grapes and caviar and cheese. It's out there having beer and whiskey and dancing with, whatever skank that wants to dance with you, which is everybody.
Personally, I'd rather dance with non-skanks, but that's just me.
Oh, that's the ones I can get started on just to get the mood rolling because being an entertainer, it's like, hey, get out here and dance. And, those are the first ones that's going to be out there. So I'm going to put on an act. And then eventually towards the end of the night, everybody else is going to get a buzz. And then the good folks come out there. And then you can have a decent conversation while you're joking at the same time without being skanky. So that's where you make your friends. The ones that are out to have a good time and not just, be out there to get laid and get drunk and shit, but just be good, happy folks. That's where you make your good friends. That and you get laid a lot. I do anyway. I don't know about
I'll
you.
just go ahead and take your word for all of that.
Okay. What's a live musician thing?
Yeah, I have never been a live or even dead musician, so
Well, correct. I got nothing to say, Kate. I really don't. That was just good. Let's end it at that.
sure.
Next.
Yeah.
I can't see the side chat, so whoever's saying anything in there, just, power to you. I don't care. I'm just winging it.
Side chats.
Diana, are you going to be okay?
Oh, we're getting there.
You look super tired and you're dozing off on us. Would you like us to let you go to sleep or something?
Well, when this
I'd
is
really
o-
hate to keep you up.
when this is over, I'll head into the sleep slow move. I got about an hour's worth of sleep last night.
Mm.
Oh boy, that's a bunch.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Had to be up early
Yeah, I know
because
how it goes. Toss and turning, pain, etc.
toss and turn all night. Yeah, and
Calgon, take me away.
oh man, I can't wait until I can get into a tub again. Oh
Um,
man.
Yeah, I don't have one either.
Well, I think it's a matter of that thingy dooder they stuck in her
Yeah,
to
I've got a port in my superior vena cava,
Oh,
and I can't get that wet for fear of developing an infection, a cardiac
yep.
infection, worst off. But yeah, it looks like I'm not going to be doing the hose into my gut. It looks like I'm going to be doing the needles into my arms. So
Ah, shit.
I'll have to get a.
Yeah, when I had my bypass, I had that shit going on too, and it took me a long time before I can even take a decent shower.
Oh
And
yeah.
even then, I was just so whacked out that it's like, man, I can't even hardly do this shit. You know, there's still tape all across my chest, and and
there's an H.
No, I haven't
I
been.
mean, just stupid shit.
I haven't been able to bathe decently since June. Not fun.
Wow.
Well,
Yeah, that's been a long damn time, but still, you're alive, right?
For what that's worth.
I
Worth
mean,
being
depending
alive.
on what the market is like, it could be worth a fair bit if you're willing to involuntarily donate someone else's organs.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to be taking any of my organs anytime soon. I'm in the market for an organ.
Mine either.
Mm.
I can't even get the fun organ out there for advertising.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Ito sa kati para costo
I
de
think I
yan.
can figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah, you got the code there, Kate. And I'm sure you'll unlock it pretty soon.
Okay. Whatever you meant by that.
There wasn't much of a code. Wasn't much of a code, was it? Secret. You know what I
But
meant?
it was very easily cracked, that code.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you might as well have just said Mr. Happy.
Why would I call it that?
Some people do, apparently.
I guess so.
Mr. Winky.
Uh-huh.
Mine's called Charlie. Then when it gets hard, it says Charlie's Bar and Grill, Chattanooga, Tennessee.
I don't know.
You know, because
Why,
it's supposed to be funny and shit.
Well, but it's just that joke is so old.
why do guys feel?
I know.
Why do guys feel the need to name their dicks? I don't get it.
I don't know. I don't. And I don't feel the need to say, hey, I'm big and blah, blah, blah. I don't feel the need to do that shit because I'm not insecure with actually being a male. I don't need to compete with anybody else. It's not about competition. And I don't need competition. I'm not one like the alpha male mentality kind of shit. But
Well, and-
most males are, and it's really weird how their biology makes them think such stupid shit.
Well, it's not like women are going around going, hey, I bet I'm deeper than you. That's just not a thing.
Oh my God, that was the funniest thing I've heard tonight. Congratulations. Oh, I bet I'm deeper than you. Oh, yeah. Prove it. Well, I got a bucket over here. How the fuck are you going to do that? With a fishing pole? Bet you I'm deeper than you. Really? Sink that anchor in there. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, there's a chance we're horrible, horrible people.
Yeah. My buddy used to tell me his wife was like throwing a pickle down a hallway, and it's like, I'll take your word for it, buddy.
Although you have to wonder, is that a comment on him or her?
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Oh, it
Seriously.
has been a really, really, really long time since anyone in the chat has said anything. I don't know if anyone's even watching us right now.
I don't know. The
I
analytics say that
I
there are
wouldn't
2
blame them
people
if they were
watching.
not.
But one of them's you.
Yeah.
It's us.
All right, I'm gonna go get high.
Me too.
So I'll see you evil geniuses later.
Okay, you
Have
take care,
fun.
honey, and I'm probably gonna go get some sleep
Back
while
in
I'm
Harlow's
at it.
case.
All right, bye-bye.
Night, night, honey.
Yeah. Bye. Thank you,
Yeah.
Diana. I'm gonna exit out too.
Yeah.
And you have a wonderful night.
Yeah, we're gonna give it a try.
Please get some rest and try to
I'm gonna
just,
do that. Yeah.
even if you got to get up, you know how it is. At our age, you gotta get up and pee and then walk around for an hour.
So good.
Well,
Yeah, I know
try to
that
make
one.
sure you don't drink any. Yeah, try not to eat or drink anything that's going to keep you up after that. I am getting used to, okay, I got to train myself to go back to bed without trying to wake up and snack and getting my biology working. It's just pee, go back to bed.
Oh, Savondrik's in the side
Plain and
chat.
simple.
Hi, honey. I didn't know if you were still around. Yeah, it's I don't have to worry about I don't have to worry about drinking anything that'll keep me up because my drainage system is broken. Doesn't work that way anymore.
That's right. Well, you know what I mean in general.
Mm-hmm.
You get up 100 times a night or whatever, and you walk around in pain and all this other shit, and you got to find an excuse whether you want to stay up and get something done or go back to bed and get your full rest. I mean, it weighs upon your doctor's appointments and what you got going on, all this stuff. But I'm here to tell you, little lady, you're tired of shit and you need your rest. I can see it.
I have no idea what I just said.
Yeah, me neither. But,
Okay.
I bet you the Christians do because they know all about that.
And strike and strike and strike and strike and strike and strike. Hi, I'm Paula White.
Oh,
yeah. Oh.
Holy crap. They are so desperate to win something outside of reality that oh my God. I want to go there with a van full of clowns and everybody unload and start slapping the shit out of them, spraying confetti, water.
Silly
I mean, just everything. And just, okay. Yeah, that too. You are so ridiculous. This is what you deserve. A half-assed, beaten into a half a coma with stupidity. Because you're stupid.
Moo. Definite moo.
Okay, well, I'm gonna let you go. If anybody sees in the chat, good night, everyone.
Okay, you can say good night.
Good
to
night,
Von Rick.
Diana. It was
good night,
a very
honey. Good having you here. And I am going to go, but before I do, I want to thank everybody who's here, and I want to thank everybody who's not here. And you guys just keep me going, and as long as you guys want me around, and as long as I'm alive to be around, I'll stick around. And we'll just keep doing this sort of thing and have our shows and have a good time. So, thank you. And at the end of it all, thanks a lot, troops. See you on the other side.